Yeah, there we go. Hey, welcome. It's good to be on the stream here.
uh, Glad to have you. Hope you've been well lately. I know the last thing you were streaming was Toho. That's been fun to watch a little bit of.
Yeah, it's been fun working on the Mountain of Faith grind. Been enjoying spending some time on that, just like doing off-stream practice the last few days.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really like that game. It's a good one. Looks like we've got
Yeah,
Harmless and
yeah.
Division
Just love the
here.
visuals. Oh, welcome, Harmless. Welcome to New Vision. It's also like I don't know. It feels a little bit fitting to be going from that into the mushroom game. They feel a little bit aligned in some ways.
Yeah, for sure. I've been really excited about this because I don't know. I like racing simulators. I dabble every now and then, and this one is just like really thematically fun. I've seen some art from it that looks really nice. Do you have much experience with this sort of like racing sim sort of game?
I'm trying to think. I'm not sure how much I've played racing sims in general. I think there's been like a little bit here and there. I've played like a few run-throughs of Tokimeki, which isn't exactly a racing sim, but I feel like has a bit of
It's
that
yeah.
like DNA in it. Though I feel like it's a little bit on the lighter side than like a lot of racing sims. But yeah, I'm
Mhm.
curious to see what this one will be like. It's funny.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't really see anything about this one until just like a few days ago, but it really caught my eye and captivated me.
Yeah, I feel like I first saw a little bit of it back when it was like a game jam title. Actually, there's an about page here.
Oh,
So yes, this was initially created over the course of summer 2022 for the Pig Squad Summer Slow Jams. Um,
interesting. Yeah, I hadn't heard of it back then.
yeah, the themes of character creator, unexpected consequences, stealth, critters, dreams and nightmares, final boss.
I'm a little bit curious about this dreams and nightmares one. It feels like that might be a fun one for the mushrooms.
Yeah, that's very curious. So yeah, originally a
Hmm.
game jam game, they kind of expanded it out into its own bigger thing, made in Renpai. So that's pretty cool. Um, Hello, Ashley Angel and Previous Winter.
Oh yeah, welcome.
Um,
Yeah, I'm excited to see how our mushroom daughter turns out.
yeah, let's why don't we just get started then?
Yeah, sounds great to me.
Once upon a time, there was a humble recluse. Though they had no need for society, they did often find themselves home to a loneliness that they could never quite shake. In the morning, the sun would rise. At night, it would set. The recluse would observe the splendor, knowing that the sight would be made all the more beautiful by having someone to share it with. It wasn't that they desired a relationship. Perhaps it was a flame that had burned them one too many times, or perhaps they were simply disinterested. No, a child. That's what they wanted. Someone to take care of, to teach. Unfortunately, it was a longing that could not be found. Not in these woods, alone. However, we are never quite as alone as we think, are we? One day a witch appeared, as if drawn by the intensity of the recluse's desire. The lumber that the recluse
I
had
love
spent the
seeking out
morning.
having. Oh, just I love seeking out a child to fill your emotional emptiness void. It's
Oh
off to
yeah,
a great start here.
I'm emotionally empty. I need someone to project on. I need someone to teach.
Yeah, surely a kid would fix me.
The lumber that the recluse had spent the morning gathering slipped through their hands as they spotted her. The witch of the woods. She began to speak. You desire a child. Why don't you voice the witch of the woods?
Oh, sure. You desire a child, yes? For some, those are quite easy to come by. But not you, it would seem. Let us make a deal then. If you do three simple chores for me, I will present you with $1 of your very own.
The recluse, caught up in a moment of naivety, quickly agreed. The witch, knowing that the recluse was destined to accept, simply
Your daughter
nodded.
took this here.
Simply nodded and began to deliver the first of these so-called chores without hesitation. The daughter checklist.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at meet daughter smiley face.
Meet daughter smiley face. Can't wait.
Your child will come into this. Yeah. Your child will come into this world with little to her name. Let us even the scales. Bring me an heirloom, something she will forever value.
The recluse thought on it briefly, searching through their home for the object they had pictured. So, looks like we've got a glimmering music box.
Okay, I mean...
A hairbow from your previous daughter, blackened with age. That's kind of
such bad
cursed.
vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, passing it on. Well, the last one didn't work out, but maybe you will.
Yeah, maybe this one will be better. Oh, jeez. Your most used cast iron skillet.
I mean, that's like solid and practical. She could like defend herself with it.
Yeah, that's not so bad. I feel like I don't like the vibes of the middle one, but we've got between the music box and the skillet.
I mean, I kind of like the music box.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling the music box too. Let's try that.
Okay.
A soft, beautiful tune played from the jeweled box. It had been created to bring joy and beauty to all around it, which she found admirable in theory. The recluse hoped that their daughter could have that privilege. To think she could focus on soft things like music and avoid the dark, painful things in life. Well, I certainly would want that for any daughter of mine.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. There'll be no pain at all.
No, we'll just avoid all the pain.
Yeah.
Bringing their prize back to the witch, she simply gave a smile.
How perfect.
After their brief detour to meet with the witch, the recluse resumed their normal day-to-day schedule. Second day. The recluse slept more soundly that night than they had in ages. Having a purpose again soothed them, even if they had found themselves caught up with a witch. They elected not to think about that, though. Instead, when the morning came, they simply did what they had to do, which is to say they got up and went to meet with the witch. Upon watching the recluse's approach, a sardonic smile lit the witch's face.
You completed your first task admirably. 2 more, and I can finally give you what you want.
She paused only for a moment before delivering her next message of import.
Growth struggles to be achieved without presence. Offer me that which embodies the emotion you would provide for your daughter.
Recluse pondered for a moment, thinking of what they had to offer. We've got a silver-backed hand mirror, a stone lawn ornament. That's funny. A tear-stained portrait.
I mean, I kind of like the portrait to balance out the like, oh, everything will be good and happy music box.
Yeah, we could set our mushroom up with like the the happy mask and the sad mask, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you have to give her like the full range of emotion so that she's like well equipped to go, you know?
Yeah. Well, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, you laughed a little bit at the lawn ornament there.
Oh, I just thought it was funny. I was imagining like one of those like really tacky like lawn gnomes or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I think with the stone, I was picturing something like a little bit more tasteful, but like giving it like a garden gnome to your kid, or like worse, just like one of the like the pink umbrellas or pink
the flamingos. Yeah. I mean, if it's like stone carved, that sort of makes me think of like, I don't know, like a Tanuki statue at like a temple or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was picturing.
Yeah. Well, it can be whatever. A buried memory was retrieved from the recluse's nightstand. The hope was that the subject's lonesome lilac leer would provide their daughter with a humbling understanding of mortality to enrich their view on life. Returning to the witch, the recluse held out their offering.
My, I suppose all growth comes at a cost, no?
Feeling a tender hollowness, the recluse declined to answer. The third day. With 2 assignments complete, the recluse could feel their excitement grow. If this witch was being honest, and for some reason they felt that she was, then that meant that this could be the last night they spent without a child. They hoped so, at least. That was all they could do. Barely remembering to get dressed, the recluse dashed to the meeting spot. Again, the witch had been waiting there for them.
Welcome back, Recluse. Are you prepared? Today is your big day, is it not? The last task is an easy one, or at least I believe so. Bring me something colorful, something bright that you think will suit her.
When they were first told of the 3 tasks, the recluse had imagined things that were much more difficult. This seemed so easy as to be a trick, which, they supposed, only meant they should take it seriously, as if a mistake could mean death. With death in mind, the recluse needed to decide where to search for color. So we can search a field of flowers. Certainly very colorful subjects out there.
Yeah, though.
You got thoughts on the field of flowers?
I feel like mushrooms are like more apt to grow stony river. Like a field of flowers, it's gonna be like so like bright and open to the sun. Like I feel like mushrooms like more damp and shade.
Yeah, that's certainly true, and I don't know when I think about yeah, I mean, if I'm thinking of something colorful, I'm not really thinking of a stony river as much as a field of flowers. That's sort of my thoughts. So if we're meeting the witch's request of colorful, I would say more the field of flowers, but I do agree with your assessment there.
Definitely have the more like vivid and apparent colors. I feel like there can be like some nice colors in, you know, the stone and the moss and all that, but we can go with the field.
Yeah, let's try that. I think that's that more vivid colors to me. If someone wanted color, where else was there to consider? The recluse decided to make their way to a particularly idyllic field of flowers. The field was filled with an overwhelming amount of choice. Before long, the recluse narrowed the options down to a few. Oh my goodness. Okay. Black pansies, which are a Stygian omen. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and the next one is also this like stormy rain cloud as well.
Interesting. Forget-me-nots, light-hearted blue flowerets. That doesn't seem so bad. I'm a little concerned about this poison-dipped dagger over here.
The knife.
Yeah. Bleeding hearts. Okay, well, fair enough. Sanguine and symbolic drops. Is bleeding hearts an actual flower? I'm not familiar with that one.
I have no idea.
Okay. What's the mushroom? What's that? A pumpkin?
Oh wow, they're actually quite pretty. Bleeding hearts are.
Bleeding hearts? Oh, okay.
Those are actually like really gorgeous.
Okay, interesting. The last choice is foxgloves, which are purple bell-like blooms.
Foxglove is also really pretty.
Yeah, I like those a lot. I do like black pansies, although I'm worried about the Stygian omen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Any preference here?
I kind of like either the bleeding hearts or the foxglove. I feel like those feel like the prettiest of them to me.
Okay. Let's go for the bleeding hearts.
Okay, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Meet daughter, smiley face.
Meet daughter tomorrow. As the recluse plucked the crimson bleeding hearts from their base, they found their thoughts burning up. An old guest sprung to mind, and the bitter memories that came alongside them. Regardless, the recluse turned back to the flowers. Their daughter would be happy, healthy, and live a hearty life. Oh, hey, Polar Bear, welcome. Oh, we've discovered blood. Okay, the UI has turned blood red.
I'm sure it's fine.
The recluse returned to the witch's hut, colored item in hand. She silently took the object, nodding her head to the recluse in recognition. The recluse stood there for a moment, unsure, before finally the witch had realized what they expected.
Ho, ho, ho. You want your promised daughter, don't you?
Her voice was almost mocking, but at least it was not overtly cruel.
I suppose I must tell you that I've lied, human. I do require several more trifling things from you. First is the matter of payment.
The recluse should have known that everything is for a cost. Pay me now with wealth? Pay me now with life? Pay me sometime soon in larger quantities. Pay me at a much later date in the way I choose.
Hey, the knife is back.
The knife is back.
Yeah.
That's really scary.
yeah, I don't think I want to pick that one.
Yeah.
I mean, paying now with life kind of goes with the sanguine bleeding hearts.
Yeah. I agree.
Or do you want to just pay with some wealth?
Let's put some life into it. Why not?
Sure.
We want a daughter really badly.
So long as it's like our life and not like so long as it's not like our mushroom daughter's life, because she's too precious.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't say like whose life, but I guess we'll find out. They told the witch they would offer life
witch
as
would
payment.
never trick us.
No, there's no trick. We're just offering our life as payment.
Certainly.
Stepping forward, she took them in a cold yet not unkind embrace. They awoke hours later with an uneasy feeling that there was something missing. The witch was still there, waiting for the recluse. With the payment settled, the witch simply smiled and handed the recluse a small pot.
Humans are tricky, but mushrooms are much more resilient. Consider this an upgrade. Don't worry. Eventually she will develop a mind. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Cindervision. Simply give her time, as much as she needs. Soon, your wish will be in full bloom. I suppose with all that settled, though, there is one last thing for you to consider. A young girl needs a proper name.
The recluse thought on the witch's demand before offering the final thing they had to give. We are naming her.
Oh god, okay.
What's a good name for a mushroom girl?
I mean, we could the tricky thing is I don't know what kind of mushroom she's gonna be. Like the first thing that popped in my head is we could call her Rita because of Amarita.
Oh, true, but she might not be
she's
that.
Probably gonna be a different kind of mushroom than that. Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. If I was a little mushroom woman, what would my name be? Could name her Celia, like my Celia.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Okay, I'll take that. Then she walked away, only fate knowing if the two should ever meet again. Chapter 2, Cultivation. Though the recluse was unsure of the specifics, they did realize that it was important to heed her instructions.
Wait, we didn't get to meet our daughter yet. I thought we were gonna meet daughter smiley face.
I don't know.
Care for the pot, the dirt, and everything that lay within.
So the recluse geared up, as any parent should, and assessed the things they needed to raise a child. Finances, in case the nearby village had goods or services that you could not provide. Nutrients for the child to help it grow strong. They would need plenty, as it would be depleted on a daily basis. And finally, the recluse's own stamina could not be ignored. One cannot burn the candle from both ends indefinitely. Thus began the longest growing season of the recluse's life. Okay.
It's funny, like, it leaves it so open-ended as to, like, what the recluse is. I wonder, like, oh, the recluse, are we, like, a spider, like a brown recluse?
Oh, we could be.
That said, I guess it did mention humans, so perhaps not.
Yeah, maybe not. You realize that buried in your new goal, you've forgotten to feed yourself, or procure any human food, really. What seems like the most nutritious
Okay,
option?
yeah, they are human.
What was this mushroom for again?
Oh, no,
Looks
no,
tasty.
no. Oh!
To the village, their market has many enticing goods. Sneak morsels away from your charge. To the woods for foraging. Oh, so I think it's going to give us a little bit of preview of like what will happen to the stats. Like they seem to be getting outlined in red.
Like which it pulls from.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, so I guess we gave up a bunch of stamina by paying in life then.
Seems like it.
Okay, so I kind of wanted to forage, but I guess we can't really because our stamina is so low.
Yeah, maybe we just have to go to the village to market.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's not steal from our daughter right off the bat.
I don't want to steal from the daughter. I don't want to eat the daughter.
No.
There are things that you cannot possibly find or make on your own, and sometimes you desire them. Rarely do you indulge, but today is different. Strolling into the market, you find a booth with a particularly interesting food that you've never had before. A strange soup that's thick, hearty, and incredibly spicy. You purchase more than you can eat, and decide to give your child the scraps. They seem to invigorate her. The decision being made, life continued.
Oh man, we lost like half our finances just for the food. That's some expensive soup.
Jeez, yeah. Also, the stamina didn't really go up the way that I thought it was going to.
Yeah, and the nutrients went down a little bit too. I guess because we haven't fed her yet.
Okay.
We fed her less than we needed to.
Let me see what happens if I touch this info button. Oh, just there she is.
Oh, she's a blood mushroom. Okay.
She's a blood mushroom. She's potted.
Okay.
Great.
Good. Love that for her.
Yeah. Hello, Neko.
Welcome, Neko.
The day's gotten away from you. Already, the sun's gentle descent is being swallowed behind the forest's reach. You weren't able to finish everything you set out for today, but you only have time for one more chore. Finish a favor the village's leader asked of you. That looks like that would spend stamina. Purchase new construction materials for your hut. Barter for some fine substrates to better grow your daughter. Or you've already worked hard enough. Retire to the tavern. I'm thinking about the substrates.
Stamina back?
Oh, the tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be good.
I mean,
we're really low on stamina.
I'm hoping it'll give us stamina back. I don't really know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's try it. The wee thing won't miss you for a few hours, and besides...
We're neglecting our daughter.
No. We need stamina so that we can take care of her better. What's up?
Yeah, it's such a drag having to tend to our daughter. We've hardly got any time to ourselves. We deserve a break on day one. It's alright.
Oh. Besides, you've hardly had a moment of free time since this whole thing began. You leave later that night, lighter in the purse, but with a newfound pep to your step. So yeah, that raised our stamina quite a bit.
Ooh. Yeah.
Your task behind you, you and your daughter return home, each due to a nice bath and simple dinner. Huh? Something's happening. She's Pokemon evolving.
Celia's evolving. Yeah. Got the face.
Your daughter has changed in the night. She's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, now it looks like she's in jail, though.
Murdered blood mushrooms. Yeah, she's just like staring at us forlornly with those big eyes.
Oh, man. One morning you awaken with a weight on your chest.
Yeah, she is kind of giving Dark Souls mushroom.
She is a little bit of a Dark Souls mushroom, Krungo. Hello. One morning you awaken with a weight on your chest and open your eyes to find a heavy mushroom sitting atop you. The creature has grown little arms and legs and demonstrates her newfound mobility by clambering off the bed as you wake. Her demeanor seems cheerful, wandering about in an excitable and inquisitive mood. Encourage her optimism?
Okay, well, so long as she's happy.
Yeah. So we can encourage her optimism,
Yeah.
spend time nurturing her environment, or motivate her to be more practical.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, how dare you smile?
No, I like her optimism.
Yeah, it's great. Like, we were all about, like, wanting a daughter so that we could, like, have an emotional companion. Like, you've got to encourage that.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, I do like her. I would like her to have nice space too, but more than that, I want her to be optimistic. Your daughter's development is going better than expected. You want to promote her cheerful nature. You encourage her to appreciate beautiful things, bringing her to that flower-filled glade you once visited. Oh yeah, that's a really good idea. Like, take her to the flower field where we, like, got the stuff that sort of inspired her creation.
Yeah, we can show the flowers that she came from.
Yeah. Enthralled by the wondrous sights, appreciating nature quickly becomes her favorite pastime, and she spends much of her time wandering outside. The decision being made, life continued. One evening, you hear a light knocking at your door. Quite a rare occurrence. Peeking through the window, you witness none other than the Witch of the Woods standing on the doorstep of your humble hut. Could she be here for a visit, or to settle a debt? Introduce her to your daughter. Privately request a stipend. Let's introduce her.
So are we, like, trying to get, like, child support from the witch?
I think that's what this means. Yeah, like, hey, can we get money to raise the daughter?
I feel like this is gonna get us turned into a frog or something.
Yeah, I don't want to get indebted to the witch, personally. Not anymore.
Yeah, let's just introduce them.
Introduce her. Perhaps it was time for your daughter to meet the witch. She could maybe even learn a thing or two. The two of you answer the door and invite the gloomy woman inside for dry and awkward small talk. Something about the way the two absently stare at each other. You wonder if they've made some sort of connection today. The decision being made, life continued. While sitting at home one day, you hear an unexpected knock at the door. Unfortunately, when you go to answer, you find yourself face to face with a man that you never wish to see again. Though he was older now, the scar running down his cheek was unmistakable. You could voice just like any extra character, I guess. I'm not doing all the reading.
Sure. Took me a while to find you this time, Recluse.
The sound of his voice sends a long-forgotten chill down your spine. This man is your former business partner from a time when you did work that was less than admirable.
Sure, all this time alone has given you plenty of time to reflect. Finally ready to get back to business?
Beg the man to...
broke.
Yeah, we're super broke.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can do some crimes for the sake of our cheery little mushroom daughter.
Maybe we can kill the man.
I mean, she is like a blood murder mushroom.
True. We could agree to do business with the man. We can't do this one. We don't have a significant sum of money.
No, we don't have a significant sum. Yeah.
So I feel like begging is probably not gonna be that good. Killing is not good. Like, none of these are good, but I think like these two middle choices probably are like the ones I'm looking at.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know if it's good. It might go badly, but I feel like killing him is kind of on theme here.
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing kind of the blood route so far, so this man is from...
Yeah, we like did the blood daughter, we like gave up our life.
Yeah, we've already come so far with the blood theme. This guy is from a part of our life that we'd rather not revisit.
protein deficient. Maybe we could like nourish our daughter with his blood after we kill him.
Yeah, okay, I'm in. Some things will never be over until, well, they're over. You had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but you feel as though there's no other option. You invite the man in and offer him a seat in your main living area, then excuse yourself to prepare drinks. But unfortunately for him, he will never drink again. Before the man begins to suspect anything is wrong, you take a straight-edged razor and slit his throat from behind. The blood falls like a red sheet down his body. When you look up, you realize that your daughter has been standing there watching this whole time. She doesn't react strongly.
Learns her first lesson.
She doesn't react strongly, but you fear this may leave an impression on her regardless.
Well, she could just be a really cheery murderer.
Maybe. Something's happening. She's a child.
Oh, God. Look at her. She's got these, like, blood patterns on her.
Yeah, here, let me pull her back up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, blood mushroom.
Yeah, her environment...
Child?
Despite a rocky introduction, your daughter is as civil as any human child now. That's great.
Okay, well, I'm glad she's still civil despite all that.
Yeah. Quality. You have seen mushrooms before that have a certain special gleam. Your daughter does not yet have this gleam, but she could if you raise her right. I'm just kind of looking at these
we need
stats
more blood
here.
From her so she can get the special gleam.
Yeah. She needs food, but her food isn't quite the same as yours. Ensure that she never goes hungry. I'm just reading the stats summaries here. You avoid the village where you can, but you have a daughter with new needs. Money allows you to buy things you couldn't gather yourself. Okay, cool. What is environment? Your daughter's growth is fickle. To ensure higher quality, you need to grow her in the best conditions. And then affection is, it's affection, and she'll grow better if she has good affection.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's underdeveloped and simple as her disposition right now, which I think is appropriate. That's great.
Yeah, she's just like content and cheery, and who needs to be more developed than that?
Yeah. One morning, you notice that your daughter is nowhere to be seen. After an hour of searching the nearby area, you find her walking in a nearby meadow. To your surprise, the creature had now taken the form of a young girl. You feel relieved to confirm that the witch hadn't betrayed you. At your approach, she turns and grins at you excitedly, before continuing to appreciate her surroundings. She's appreciating nature just like we taught her to do.
Yeah, good for her. She's doing so well already.
So we can sit and watch her play. We can, well, maybe we can't buy her a nice gift to celebrate because we're kind of broke. Or we can tell her it's time to go home. I think we're choosing to sit and watch her play.
Yeah, let her play.
Your daughter seems content to do her own thing, so you decide to let her play in the meadow as long as she likes. Taking a seat near her, you appreciate the beauty of the forest. Spend time thinking lovingly of your daughter. For some time, she tires of running about and bringing you pretty things. You pick up the exhausted girl, and the two of you return home. The decision being made, life continued. So she was just like wandering around in this like nature-y, beautiful area and like bringing us like sticks and flowers and like bugs and stuff that she thought was cool.
Yeah, good for her.
That's awesome. Your daughter needs food too, and you've just run out. You need to find something to feed her soon or she'll surely starve.
We can't let her starve.
Spend the day gathering nutritious substrate. You can't spare the time today. She'll have to go hungry. No!
No, we have so much stamina. Let's get her food.
Yeah, let's get substrate.
We need the tastiest substrate for her.
Yeah. Spend the day foraging and digging in the woods and return with a heap of mushroom food for your hungry daughter. It's a little hard to be sure, but it seems like she's thankful for your efforts. The decision being made, life continued. Harsh weather has taken its toll on your garden. Your entire harvest has been lost. Weeks worth of food and labor have been rotted and destroyed. Without immediate action, you and your daughter will be in trouble down the line. Till the garden again, start over from seed. Accept the loss for now, you can make do. Make your daughter tend to the plants. Times are
She
tough.
belongs to the mines.
Times are tough. Offer your daughter some old food. Maybe she'll like it.
I mean, we've got so much stamina. Let's just replant.
Yeah, I think we can afford to
We've
replant.
gotta, yeah, we've got to protect our daughter and
Yeah.
her innocent smile for now.
Yeah. She is a mushroom. She could probably eat the old food, but it doesn't feel right when it's my daughter.
Yeah, we want her to have like the best food.
Yeah. No use crying over ruined crops. You simply make adjustments to your garden. There'll be less variety this season, but you'll live to see it. That's what matters. The decision being made, life continued. An end?
Oh.
It had been many strange weeks since the witch had gifted you an enchanted pot of dirt. It felt like much longer. You had perhaps underestimated the amount of effort it would take to rear a child. The long days and nights toiling for her every need left you drained. And that constant aching tiredness made it difficult to be present for the girl. You suspected you weren't the role model a growing child needed.
Did a few too many murders for that.
Maybe so. You sat down your mug of ale, readying yourself for another night of restless sleep. Maybe in the morning things would be easier. Oh. And a new beginning.
We're not Blood Red anymore.
No. You had suspected for a long time.
We're a daughter now.
Interesting. You suspected for a long time that your time with the recluse was coming to an end. They raised you, you suppose, but it often felt like you were trapped. Like you were kept locked away, unwanted and forgotten. But you're older now. You have the ability to fend for yourself.
So much.
We did! We were trying our best for her.
Yeah. We played with her in the field.
There's no reason to stay where you aren't wanted. Daughter. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe she just misunderstood. Maybe she didn't realize. Maybe we weren't making it clear enough somehow.
Yeah, I mean...
She's a teenager.
Maybe it's like, oh, we were doing our best, but also the whole thing kind of started out of like an emotional void that, you know, maybe our best wasn't as good as we thought it was.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, that little section there did say that it took more of a effort than expected. Your preparations have been underway for a while, and you've made a little place for yourself to live in the woods. Tomorrow's the day to act on your plan. And while the path ahead of you seems a little frightening, things can only get better from here. Maybe in the morning you'll finally be able to see for yourself. Gain trait distant parent. Oh man.
Oh no.
Well, here she is. Celia, the common verdigris agaric.
Oh, she's... I wonder what made her go verdigris and not, like, stay bloody.
Yeah, I wonder. He is very cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I like her, like, twin tails, the short little twin tails.
Yeah, let's pop this back open. Her shroomy qualities. She's got dampness. Increased by a good increased by a good soaker by a melancholic moment. The stat indicates how wet and slimy your body is, but also a murkiness of the soul. Mycelium. Increased by the right nutrients or by the things that nourish the soul?
Of course, Celia has, like, really high mycelium.
Yeah, naturally, that's her highest stat.
Yeah.
Generally associated with how generally healthy she is, and could also be a persistent optimism. So yeah, this is the optimism that we kind of nourished in her, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Very nice. Robustness, increased by the ideal growing conditions or a loving presence. Stat is associated with her physical strength, but could also be strength of character. This one is her lowest stat. Oh. So it's kind of like interesting. The game seems to have thought that we were sort of like absent, or I don't know. We went to the bar once.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah. Not sure.
We weren't there.
Well, we did kill a guy right in front of her also, but like she.
Yeah, there's also that. We might have like made a mistake or two. We weren't perfect, but we did our best. It's hard to be it's hard being a parent.
It's hard being a parent. It's hard being a parent.
Yeah, maybe one day Celia will understand.
Yeah, perhaps. Potency is increased by a titillating meal or by titillating danger. This is tied to the strength of her mushroom type or her ability to perform in stressful situations. Interesting. This is her second highest stat, so she's potent. She's got her mushroom strength. She's good under stress.
Oh, yeah.
Humanity's...
Yeah, she's just not very robust.
Not really. Her humanity is increased by socialization or doing the right
Oh, yeah,
thing.
by doing the right thing, like murdering the guy.
Like killing a guy. How good of a person she is,
Yeah.
literally and
Well,
metaphorically.
he was kind of a bad guy, so...
Okay, great. Delicate hue. People are more likely to love you. Huh.
Oh, she's such a little sweetie.
She's such a little sweetie. She's so lovable. Uncertain, you're a little different every day, and that's a-okay with you. That's awesome. I think that's normal.
Although, oh, but that's like so dark though. Of like, oh, she had this like emotionally unavailable parent and felt like isolated from them, and like now she's so lovely and like good at earning everybody's love, and everybody's gonna love her now.
Yeah. She's willing to change herself every day to keep getting everyone's love.
Be the most lovable little mushroom. Yeah.
Amazing. Cards and tokens. Okay, this might be a little bit beyond where we are. I might just ignore this for now.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
About me, huh? Reputation, relative obscurity. People don't think much about you. You've grown into a young woman unexpectedly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we could like figure those ants there actually mechanically. Ooh, mystic bond.
Develop some rapport with your creator, the Witch of the Woods. Oh, okay, so I guess, like, yeah, when we introduced her to the witch, she, like, kind of formed a bond there. Parent was not as kind to you as you deserved. Now they are alone and you are free. Holy shit. Well...
So yeah, she really did just, like, run away.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, and if you mouse over her...
daughter.
It says, a cute mushroom with an adorably vibrant color.
Hopefully we can like give her a better life now that we're playing as her.
Yeah, hopefully so. Despite some initial uncertainty, you find that you've adapted to your camp life very quickly. Your first days living outside of your parents' home are occasionally daunting, but also filled with possibility. What would you like to do? Oh man, there's a lot of stuff we can do here. Free wander.
Ooh.
So we can rest, or we can spend a day appreciating nature, or we can do any of this stuff, it seems. Anything jumping out to you?
I don't know, maybe like the woods or the countryside. Those sound nice.
Okay. Let's go to the countryside. I like the picture for that one.
I like the art on these cards.
Yeah, me too.
The stars on them.
Definitely. The night sky is clear and beautiful as you sit.
This section?
Oh yeah, sure. Go for it.
Okay. The night sky is clear and beautiful as you sit on a stump atop a small hill, looking up. Something catches your eye and you notice the streak of a shooting star. Quick, make a wish.
Okay. We've got wish to grow stronger.
There's wish to go stronger.
Wish to stay in good health.
Stay in good health. Wish for the people of the kingdom to live peaceful lives. Aww. Wish for the star itself. Wish for it to rain tomorrow. I mean, I guess mushrooms probably like the rain.
Yeah.
Wish to be blessed with delicious food.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no option for like, oh, I wish the recluse loved us.
Yeah, not really.
Do you have any thoughts on these?
Let me look at robustness again. Ideal growing conditions or loving
are you like
presence.
thinking if there's a way to raise that?
Yeah, because I mean, rain probably would raise dampness, I would assume, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then I think potency was done by food, right? Yeah, potency is meals.
Oh yeah, titillating meal, yeah.
I'm sort of thinking maybe the
like
peaceful lives or... Oh wait, actually... Yeah, so some of these will highlight stats still, but not all of them.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So, like, growing stronger might increase our robustness if that's what you want.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that if we're, looking to raise our low stat, but I don't know. What do you think? Have any ideas?
Yeah, I mean, like having like robustness, what seems kind of like the like surviving stat be our lowest stat does make me a little nervous.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay.
Okay. The next day you find your
Next day
chores
you
much
find your
easier.
chores
Oh yeah,
much easy.
forgot.
Oh, I see. Was it like a robustness check? Maybe there was like a die animation.
Yeah, it did go up 5.
Anyway, but we passed either way. Yeah. The next day you find your chores much easier on you and think you feel a bit tougher.
Excellent.
One day you notice a strange intruder wandering around your camp. An elderly man sporting an unkempt beard filled with crumbs. When he spots you, a lopsided grin fills his face.
Well, ain't you something?
The man lifts his hat off his head, briefly in greeting.
Everyone's been talking about the fungal woman of the woods. That must be you.
You suppose you've never met another mushroom girl now that you think about it, but it does feel a little odd to be singled out as such. The man continues speaking.
I was just hoping to meet you, that's all. I wanted to give you something.
He reaches into a shabby pack at his side and pulls out a bound book. Its appearance is humble, yet it carries a certain weight to it.
The big song. This here is an almanac,
Yeah.
containing every tidbit of mycological knowledge I've ever learned. I've been working on this for a long time. Could even say it's my life's work, I guess. They grow up so fast, don't they?
He looks down at the book in his hands with a surprising tenderness. Then, he's holding the book out to you.
There's always more lives to live. Ain't that just how this whole cycle goes? Maybe you'll be able to help me fill in some gaps. There's still lots to see out there.
Oh, so I wonder if this like tracks progress over the course of like multiple lives and daughters.
Maybe.
Anyways, you take the object and carefully pull it open. Truth be told, you've never been much one for handling books, but within you find hundreds of illustrations depicting different mushrooms in a variety of colors. It's beautiful. By the time you look up, the old man is already walking away. He waves a hand at you and calls out a simple,
Be good now.
"How odd, but you do like his gift at least." Do we want to check the almanac, maybe?
Yeah, let's go in
Just see
there.
what's in the
The Mushipedia.
Mushipedia.
So it seems like
Huh,
there's
I
some
wonder
sort
if
of
these
like...
will always be code, or if they like decode as we learn more about these.
Yeah, not sure. Endings
Yeah.
discovered, number of living daughters, number of fallen daughters. Looks like there's 64 total endings.
Oh wow, we're playing 100 line here.
Yeah. Your average stats
I
across
guess she did
daughters.
previous winter.
I guess she learned how
Maybe
to
mushrooms
read.
just like always know how to read.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, mushrooms seem like the kind of thing that would have like all sorts of like weird ancestral knowledge going on. Flower colors.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
oh, so I guess you could go back to the blood theme if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. I mean, I feel like we're kind of like a happy-go-lucky free spirit living out in the woods now. I think the verdigris kind of fits.
Yeah, yeah. And then you've got an orchestrion in here. Listen to the music.
Okay,
Okay.
neat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I might have skipped
there
a
was
scene.
something about like a man in a... Oh yeah, the history, great. One day, you spot a man dressed in an elegant black suit nearing your camp. He approaches you with a look of duty on his face and bows to greet you once close.
Are you the fungal woman of the woods?
He asks, as though seeing you in the mushy flesh was not enough.
My employer wishes to invite you to my small dinner gathering. She's heard much about you and thinks her guests would relish the chance to actually be acquainted with you.
You stand there, slightly in shock, as the man proceeds to outline the details of the event. When you should arrive, what sort of clothing you should wear.
Oh, do you wear clothing? I'll have to double check the dress code.
We've already got the mushroom microaggressions going.
Yeah.
Finally, after handing you a small scrap of paper with elegant writing on it and bidding you an adieu, the man leaves your camp. You think about the event that's been described to you and ultimately come to a decision.
Attend the event and simply be yourself.
Yeah.
You've learned to not meddle in the affairs
Nope.
of human. Nope.
I mean, I feel like we're kind of. I could kind of see either of these going because, like, on the one hand, we like ran away from our human creator, so that kind of goes to the not meddling. But also, like, I don't know, we're kind of just like a happy-go-lucky little free spirit. So, like, maybe we do attend. Also, I'm kind of just looking like, well, what does the other card highlight? Because I noticed this one highlights mycelium.
It doesn't highlight anything.
Nothing. I mean, I don't know. It's our first playthrough. I'd say we just do it and see what it is.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, just because our parent wasn't the best doesn't mean that we have to distrust all humans.
Yeah. You can't write them off entirely.
Yeah.
You figure, why not? If they would like to meet you, you should be kind enough to allow that. Oh, we're such a little sweetie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe there will be someone at the event who will love us.
Maybe.
On the day of the event, you gather yourself. You have nerves, of course, but that's only natural. You make your way to the party.
Yeah, Polar Bear. Our mushroom daughter ran away from the recluse, and now we've kind of changed point of view to being her.
The recluse didn't love her enough. She felt emotionally abandoned.
Yeah.
When you arrive, you see dozens of people dressed in monocles and other strange clothing items that don't seem to serve any practical purpose. Oh no, we got dragged into like a rich person gala.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're all sitting at a long rectangular table, spotted with food dishes that you couldn't even begin to guess the identity of. A woman eventually greets you with an excited shriek. Oh god, no, poor Celia.
Oh, you are just darling! Butler, please fetch a drink for our guest and have her seated!
You figure this is the host and thank her for your invitation. She moves to sit next to you at the large table and ends up keeping you company for the rest of the night.
Oh, dice roll? 5? Yes,
Over the course of the evening, she introduces you to everyone around the table. They all seem by you, even if most of them are a little monastic. Yeah, see, we're just the most lovable little sweetie. We're charming everyone.
Hell yeah.
By the end of the party, you had met a variety of humans that you doubt you'll remember the name of. Everyone loves us, it's great. But you had fun doing it, and they'll certainly remember you.
Gain trait sorta reputable.
Yes, that's true, Nico. I suppose that guy was kind of butlery, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It's nice out today, so you've decided to have a picnic. After wandering around for some time, you come across a quaint house with a bell. Just as you begin to wonder what purpose it serves, the bell rings and several children run out and begin to play. A small group of them take notice of and subsequently surround you. I wonder, how tall are we? Are we like normal human height? Are we like the height of the children?
I wonder.
Maybe this will give us a clue. Yeah. With their curiosity thoroughly piqued, you have a few ways to proceed.
Curtsy and introduce yourself politely, or invite them to join you. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I feel like
mushroomifying the children.
I feel like invite them to join you is such a like fucking fey creature option to select.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at the art here. It's
the spiral, and then there's like the
stars coming off of this mushroom.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what this is.
Yeah, let's invite the children to join us.
Yeah, become mushrooms with us.
Yes, pass.
One succeed. Ooh, we rolled a 10. Great. Oh. You've always been good at cooking, and now's your time to show off a little. You set your bulging picnic basket on the ground and open it to display its contents. Several sandwiches, cookies, and various other snacks are laid out one after another. You even have a thermos for some hot tea. Ooh, we're drinking the mushroom tea.
Oh, hell
The
yeah.
children are delighted with the spread before them and decide to spend their lunch with you. Children love drinking the mushroom tea.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime later, you hear a yell that signals the end of their lunchtime. They begrudgingly stand, with each giving you a big hug.
Aww. You have to visit again sometime, okay? Bye-bye, mushy lady.
You walk away, their kind comments filling you with strength.
That was nice.
I'm curious, if we check our info, have our traits or anything changed, or it looks like they're still similar. Okay, we've just gained some stats, I guess.
We're sort of reputable now. We've been a good person.
Oh, we're a good person.
Yeah, we're still young adults.
Yeah, we didn't let our murderous parent influence us.
Yeah.
You feel a crisp breeze. The heat is relenting. Trees are changing in color. Ooh, I feel like fall is such mushroom season.
Yeah.
Fall has arrived. Oh, wow, our humanity dipped a bit.
A little bit.
Change in weather has invigorated you. What would you like to do today?
Well, I think
I forget, what did we do last time?
Last time we went countryside.
Okay.
I was kind of thinking if our humanity is low, maybe going to town and being among humans would help.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, that could be good. And everyone we've met so far has loved us so much. I'm sure everyone in the town will too.
Oh yeah, they probably will too.
Yeah. On one particularly desolate evening, you decide to take a walk around the outskirts of town. You find yourself overcome with an unaccountably uneasy feeling as you pass by an abandoned neighborhood. The dying amber light casting menacing shadows. As you enter a dilapidated gatehouse, protruding bits of ruin and decaying wood conspire in your periphery, forming unnerving figures. Something skulks among them. Finally, you spot the thing. Your body tenses with alarm as you distinguish a smooth and gray brown object in a half-formed approximation of human shape. A statue of a woman, propelled by unknown means, shambles forward and locks its gaze on you.
Oh.
A set of glowing purple features overlays the stony mask of its face, hovering lines forming a mouth and eyes. You don't know why, but looking at the creature fills you with dismay and revulsion. Oh, we've met another weird outcast little creature,
yeah,
and we hate it. Yeah, her glowing image of a mouth cycles through different shapes as an unpleasant whirring emanates from her head. She emits a strange buzzing voice.
Is this one a daughter of the witch? Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry. There we go.
Yeah. You nod stiffly, bewildered.
This one is a preferred subject. I will commence a necessary experiment to determine if this form is fit for consummation.
This thing means you great harm. You feel it to your core.
Turn tail and run for the woods. Attack the creature. Tell her you are not a daughter of the witch. Let's see. Attack will cost potency. Run will cost mycelium. And tell her you're not a daughter will cost humanity.
I mean, we've got so much mycelium. We could just run.
Remember what father taught you. Kill this man.
True. I mean, we did learn some lessons early. I'd be
I
down to attack her.
yeah, I
What
feel
are
like
you feeling?
I feel like it would be like kind of thematically fun. I don't know if it's the cost or a stat check.
Yeah,
It seems like rolls happen
yeah,
on these, so it might actually be stat check. Um,
yeah. I'm not certain.
because like whenever we make these
We can
choices, all
see
we
if
really
like our
see
focus.
is the dice rolling and then the result. Like, you know, we saw like 10 pass, but we don't know like what the difficulty of it was.
Yeah,
So maybe stats like lower the difficulty.
yeah. I'm not sure.
I'm thinking we attack though.
Yeah, let's do it.
8 pass.
You, okay, you take a step back, readying a defensive stance and drawing your trusty knife as she reacts to your hostility without hesitation. As the unarmed monstrosity trades blows with you, it is immediately apparent she has the upper hand. Your short blade bounces futilely against her stone form. However, you spot an opening, a hidden joint where her neck meets her head, widening just enough to slip your blade into, like a slit in armor. Oh, just like the recluse did so many years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Her ethereal face contorts painfully as you plunge the trusty knife into her head. Oh my god. Withdrawing it before kicking the momentarily stunned monster.
Brutal.
Yeah, she crumples into the ruined wall, her weight bringing down a section of ceiling above her. Should we like change the background to red now? You hear strained whirring as the rebel settles. Fearful of the creature's overwhelming strength, you don't stick around to find out what she'll do next. You head home, feeling uneasy after the harrowing encounter. Whoa, we gained so much robustness from that.
Yeah, we did. Wow.
The mountains bordering the northern reaches of the forest call to you. You every day on your shores, and there is a glowing desire of them that simply can't be ignored. Guiding yourself in the early hours of the morning, you glance over the materials you have on hand.
And pack light, pack heavy. Don't pack. In fact, just don't go. Nope. I mean, I want to go. I think.
Yeah,
I think we're robust enough to pack
we're a robust
heavy.
little mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Failed. Roll one.
Stiff to the
Oh.
bone. Oh no. So I wonder if like this isn't going off of our stats, if it's just like a raw die roll. I'm not sure.
I wonder.
Stuffed to the brim, your pack makes it somewhat difficult to move. So difficult that your legs buckle onto your first step and you fall over. With your pack all set, you make your way out to the mountain.
Well, okay then.
After a couple hours of climbing, you feel like you've made some decent progress, though you're starting to get a bit tired. Just as you think it's time for a break, you come across a beautiful mountain spring, complete with its own waterfall.
Take a relaxing shower.
Ooh, we could
Train
get
your
nice and damp.
endurance. I think we could use some dampness.
Oh, we can. Yeah, I don't think this is like this character, but I like the option, like, oh, you can meditate under the waterfall.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I love the image of her sitting under the waterfall, just
Yeah,
like enduring the falling water. Let's take a shower.
Yeah, but no, let's take a shower. Yeah, let's get damp. No one's around, and you do feel awfully sweaty from all your exertion. Oh,
Okay, so it's
mushroom
confirmed.
sweat, huh?
It's confirmed that she does sweat.
Yeah. We can have sweaty mushroom girls. The fan artists are gonna go crazy with this. You take this as a prime opportunity to briefly refresh yourself under the waterfall. The water is frigid, but the icy touch is almost invigorating. You wash away any and all muggy exhaustion and leave with a spring in your step. After your rest, you continue up the trail to the mountain's peak. The air thins and trees become sparse. You've reached the top. You can see the whole region from up here. Myriad hamlets, roadways winding between them, and beautiful mountain ranges. Aw.
It's nice.
But one peak in particular stands out to you. The only mountain in the region taller than the one under your feet. Far to the east, beyond the village, across from the old ruins. The great mountain calls you. Well, the mountain calls.
Yeah, we gotta.
A burning urge wells up inside you. Maybe someday you'll conquer that one as well.
Have lunch, sit in silence, watch the town from above. Watching the town for some humanity might be nice. We're pretty robust as is.
Yeah. I feel like mechanically I would do watch the town from above for a humanity. I feel like thematically maybe like sitting in silence and like thinking about conquering this mountain could also be nice. So I'd be good for either of those two.
Yeah, this is first playthrough, so I'm not too concerned about like trying to get like a mechanical win here, so I'll go for the thematically fun one.
Okay. You close your eyes and reflect on your life and the things you've seen on this trip. Your time at the top of the mountain has come to an end. When you arrive home, you sprawl out onto your bed, exhausted from your adventure. While making your way through town, you were stopped by a young man in a newsboy cap. There's a handful of papers, one of which he thrusts into your hand.
Hello, ma'am. Have you heard? The great healer is in town right now. Don't miss your chance to see her if you have any need of healing.
You get to explain to the boy that human healers are of little use to you, but he simply shakes his head.
She's the great healer, ma'am. Wouldn't be very great if she couldn't heal a fungus, would she?
How strange. A healer? The thought had never really occurred to you as a possibility. As you walk away, you glance down at the paper the boy handed you. The map.
Go to see the great healer or go home.
Either go to see the great...
Guess we'll go see.
Why not go see her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? It would be interesting to meet someone talented in healing after all. Maybe you could even learn a trick or two. Following the map, you find yourself standing before a large secluded building at the edge of town. From within, you can hear the muffled sound of a voice. Oh no, are we getting sent to a church? Is Sumia finding God?
Wonder.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like mushrooms already know God, just their own weird fungal God, and that's kind of what's so wonderful about them.
Yeah, for sure.
The door is propped open, practically inviting you inside. Without giving yourself a chance to second guess, you walk in. You find yourself in a spacious room with a crowd of humans eagerly surrounding a stage. By your estimates, there must be several dozen people, plus the woman standing on stage. The woman speaks loudly and clearly, and she has the crowd captivated. You realize that there's a man on stage as well, kneeling. I see, this is the kind of act it is. She reaches her hand up as far as she can, palms open and fingers spread wide. She shouts out a few words in a language you don't recognize and brings her palm down to the top of the man's head.
Chant with me now! Oppa! Oppa!
It doesn't take long for the audience to follow her lead. It is, frankly, somewhat bizarre to witness. You're unsure what control this woman, is she the great healer, has on the audience. Nearly everyone other than you chants along. After a few moments, she shouts and the man stands. The audience cheers.
Healed! You are now healed, child of man. Tell me, can you feel it?
The healer jauntily embraces the man, jumping with glee. The man, looking over himself, can't help but jump joyfully as well.
Yes! Yes, I can feel it! There's no pain in my leg!
Wait, is this how she heals? Odd. You've never heard of anything like this before. After gallivanting for a while, the man who has been healed returns to the audience. The healer continues to speak.
Who else? Who is there among us who needs to feel the healing light?
Her eyes dart around the audience, searching for someone to pick.
Volunteer to go on stage? Stand back and enjoy the show? Pickpockets while the audience is distracted. Oh, man.
It's funny. I feel like when like the town crier, like the guy with the flyer was talking about the great healer, I think in my head I had something a little bit closer to like the witch pictured. Like I was kind of feeling like, oh, maybe like our mushroom girl can like kind of reunite with like the parent or like some feeling of the parent she never got to meet, and instead she got a charlatan.
She got some like scammer. I don't know. I don't believe that this great healer is actually doing anything. Maybe we volunteer to go on stage just to see what's actually happening here.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not? Though you don't have any major wounds, you do have minor bodily aches that could be improved, and also we have the spiritual wound of our childhood.
Yeah, our emotional wound.
When she sees you reaching out, her eyes widen. Yeah, the deepest wound of them all.
Oh my! Aren't you something special? Tell us, child, what ails you?
You are something special, you suppose, but being acknowledged as such makes you feel peculiar. Nevertheless, you share your problems with the healer, the crowd as well. You stretch your body, trying to be mindful of every part of it. When analyzing yourself through this lens, you're able to pinpoint several points that feel stiff or uncomfortable at certain angles. Did we lose a line there, or is this the one that we're on?
This is the one that we're on.
Okay. She looks over you as though she was trying to see through your flesh and see the essence of your illness itself.
You are something entirely different, aren't you?
She looks emphatically from you to the audience and speaks with a certain electricity.
Your body, a gift from the arcane. And with that power, so too shall you be whole once more.
The healer wraps an arm around your shoulder, her fingers embedding themselves into your flesh.
Through magic, all things are possible. Let's call for help.
Like you previously saw, she once more begins chanting.
Feel the magic flow through you. Feel your body be whole.
Finally, she slaps you across the face, or at least she moves her hand as if she plans to, and pulls away and produces a loud onomatopoeic smack from her mouth.
Oppa! Oppa!
Her animated procedure and the general ambience of the room fills you with a strange feeling. Or is that the magic? Finally, with a sweaty grin, she steps back and asks,
How do you feel? I feel good? Or the same? I think we were going into this pretty skeptical, so the same.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go for the same. Close your eyes, trying to feel any seeds of pain that may be buried within you, and find that you can still feel them undisturbed. When you report this to her, her expression doesn't change.
Your malady runs deep, but you will be healed.
Oh no, are we getting more now? Before you have a chance to decline, she again begins touching your body and chanting mystical words. What a nightmare. This lasts another minute, maybe longer.
Child of magic, how about now?
She asks.
Better, I guess. Still the
Better, I
same.
guess. Let's let's just get out of here.
We're saying still the same or better.
Or do you want to say still the same?
Well, we could say better, I guess. Get out of here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this felt awkward, and you didn't dare risk for trying again. It was in everyone's best interest for you to be feeling better, and besides, now that you think about it, maybe your pain has lessened a little.
She is healed!
The healer proclaims to great fanfare. She seems pleased with your response this time, and takes you in a quick embrace. She whispers into your ear.
I'll be here through the end of winter. Come see me again if you require further healing.
Then you were gently pushed off stage, and she begins searching the crowd for someone new to heal. You return to the audience for a moment, thinking about your experience. It was a little odd.
It was a little odd.
Yeah, we got sucked into getting scammed. Oh, we gained some dampness from that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I guess did we like cry over it?
Maybe. Or maybe like her hand was
Yeah.
damp when she was touching on us. She's
Oh
slimy.
yeah, she was. It did say she was sweaty.
Yeah. Laura, hello.
Yeah. Welcome. When you walk home that night, you try to gauge if you were actually feeling better or not. Honestly, you can't tell. But you go to bed feeling hopeful. Only time will tell, you suppose.
I'm gonna save really quick just because I haven't done that yet.
Oh, yeah, good idea. A chilling breeze greets you one morning, heralding the approach of winter. With the end of the year approaching, you find yourself considering your aspirations. You want to accomplish something significant, you decide. Something you'll remember.
Something significant. Take on a dangerous quest. Attend a charming evening at the gala. Pursue a great aspiration. Or decide not to pursue anything.
Well, do we think that climbing the mountain is pursuing a great aspiration or taking on a dangerous quest?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't have a good sense for the, like, danger level of the mountain.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe let's try the great aspiration.
Yeah, I feel like climbing a mountain feels like more like a great aspiration to me than doing something dangerous in particular.
Yeah, I agree. There is something that you wanted to accomplish, actually. You need some great achievement to end the year at a high point.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Let's see what the other ones are just in case, though. Receive an
We can go to
education.
school.
Actually, never mind. Yeah, let's get a mountain conquer.
Yeah, let's face off with it. The last mountain you failed to go to. The last mountain you scaled proved a fun challenge, and your heart burns with ambition. You recall seeing a taller mountain, a more perilous and remote peak far to the east. Preparations will take some time, but you are determined to conquer the mountain before the end of the year. The chill in the air has invigorated you. What would you like to do today?
Let's see. I picked town last time for the humanity bump, but how are you feeling?
I'm feeling like maybe an expedition might be good for like training for the mountain.
Yeah, expedition could be good for training to the mountain.
What do you think?
I agree with that assessment. I'm kind of thinking like our humanity is a little low, but like if we're looking at climbing a mountain, I feel like probably robustness, potency, and mycelium are like the most important stats. So I think expedition could be good, and I mean it has a mountain in the background.
Yeah, maybe we like reject humanity and just embrace solitude out in the mountain.
Yeah.
Well, then, While on an expedition to a nearby swamp, you lose track of time. The sun has already set in the sky, and the trees surrounding you seem more menacing now. You contemplate your chin. You try to figure out the best thing to do.
Look for help, follow a random road, sleep in an abandoned building, keep cool and calmly evaluate your situation, or wander through the woods.
Hmm. I I feel like maybe just like the abandoned building or the what's the last one here?
Wander through the woods.
Or like the wandering. I mean, like yeah, it seems like those both kind of lean into like our like the toughness that we've been cultivating. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I like wander through the woods.
Okay,
Let's give that a shot.
let's do it.
8 pass.
Hey, we've had pretty good luck overall. I think we've only failed like a single roll.
Mm-hmm.
You figure that you've lived in this area your whole life. You know you can wander at night without incident. And if anything were to give you trouble, you're strong enough to defend yourself. You hear a distant howl and you move yourself quickly. After a while of trying to figure out your way back, you finally spot a familiar path. You make it back without any further incident. Your bed feels the softest it has ever felt. I see. I think those little like icons that like flutter across the screen happen when we get stat boosts.
Okay.
It's like they happened and we immediately got some robustness and potency.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, did we get a little bit of
Humanity
too?
too, I think. Yeah.
One day, well, I didn't. Yeah, interesting. I wasn't expecting to get humanity from that. One day, while attending to some foraging business in the woods, you make a strange discovery. What else is new? Go to retrieve some fruit from a low shrub, but as you move a branch, you notice something out of the corner of your eye, a glint of metal. Metal? It could be a lost item belonging to some human, or it could be something valuable for you to keep. You go to more closely examine the item and have a realization. Before you is a perfectly sculpted copper hand. As you lean in to look for any marks that betray its origin, you realize that the hand is connected to a body. The thing before you is unbelievable. It's as if someone had taken a person and plated them with copper. You wonder if this is the case for a second, but reel with horror when you see it move.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, again with these constructs. Yeah, the being stands up. Surely, plated copper could not move with such fluidity. You hear a sound as if the thing was speaking.
Oh, I can speak. Oh.
Do you...
I got nothing for this.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we voiced this one.
Yeah. I mean, it made a sound when that appeared.
You... unsure of what to say. The thing seems confused at your confusion for a moment, before snapping her fingers in thought. She stretches one arm up, touches the back of her head, then cheerfully speaks.
Sorry, I totally forgot to adjust my translator. Can you understand me now?
I love this like airheaded robot.
Yeah, the like
You
bimbo
find yourself
bot.
shocked for a moment at the chipper disc. Yeah, totally. It was my first thought too. You find yourself shocked for a moment at the chipper disposition of whatever this thing is. While your response is slightly delayed by shock, you confirm to her that you technically understand what she's saying. This information brings her joy, which results in a little hop and exclamation of the phrase.
Woohoo!
God, she's such a bimbo. Her excitement is contagious when she clasps her hand in yours. You can't help but jump with joy with her. Being this close to her, you get a chance to examine this being more closely. Once you look beyond her glistening coat, you can see her physical characteristics more clearly. She's petite, thinly stalked and standing just slightly shorter than you, with similarly numbered and proportioned limbs. Though her face is human-like in nature, it is not precise. Spotting the differences in human faces was occasionally challenging to you. Some about hers felt off, maybe an eye too many. Do humans ever normally have those little antennae?
Well, not really.
You were, yeah, you were quickly snapped out of your thoughts as the being asks you a question.
So, are you a member of the dominant species on this planet? I'd love a tour guide if you wanted to show me what people do for fun around here.
You consider her request for a second. What do people do for fun? Well, you suppose you have a couple of ideas.
Show her what your daily life is like. Show her the village. Encourage her to leave your woods. Nope.
No, we've definitely got to hang out with the bimbo bot.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of want to show her our life. Like,
Yeah.
let's get like more time directly
I agree.
with her. She seems great. Well, you can't show her what anyone else does for fun. You can show her what you do. Fun is a little subjective, though, you think, so you hope she'll enjoy herself. We can show her all about climbing mountains.
Mm-hmm.
When you tell her she can follow you, she perks up, which is quite impressive, since she was already quite perked. You begin by introducing her to the woods, though you find she's already introduced herself, in a sense.
I came to this place from the sky, but when I was supposed to land, I sort of, crashed. I only woke up just now. Hopefully I've not been out for too long.
You don't know exactly what she means by this. Coming from the sky? Perhaps she's some manner of fey creature, you figure. It takes you a little time to realize that she must be from someplace very different. She pauses every few steps to marvel over something, the color of some tree bark, or the way a spider's web flows with the breeze. Finally, you arrive at the centerpiece of your tour, a cavern you had found one day while foraging, buried in the side of a cliff.
The way that this bimbo robot lady is kind of marveling at all of these simple things we would consider simple in nature is kind of reminding me of when our mushroom daughter was a child and was fascinated by everything in nature.
Yeah, maybe they can bond over it. The real prize, of course, was something within. You've returned countless times just to sneak another glimpse of a rare phenomenon you can barely describe. Within, light was limited. This was important for reasons that may become evident. But your companion initially seems confused. Quietly tell her to take a seat next to you.
Dice roll?
Two of you sit in the darkness of the cavern for a quiet moment. It almost seems like her patience, or perhaps her attention span, is spent. Finally, it begins. Quiet monthly begins, emitting somewhere from deeper into the darkness. This immediately captures your shining friend's attention, and even without light, you can see her interest grow. The quiet melody crescendos until finally you can spot a faint lavender light at the edge of your vision. The luminescence is weak, but its strength allows you to just barely make out the silhouette of a strange, floating creature. Its body is longer than you can see from where you are, and it drifts lazily through the air like a plump ethereal rope. You can feel the sound reverberating deep within you.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is kind of shaping up to be a lovely little scene here.
Mm-hmm.
Your friend goes to stand up in order to investigate, but it stays well out of reach. Even her best vertical leaps are not enough to get anywhere near it. God, this silly little robot. Before you know it, the thing begins receding back into the deep cave. It leaves you without any knowledge of what it is or what is happening. But the sound is simply divine. As you leave the cave, the coppered girl seems pleased.
Wow! I've never witnessed anything like that before.
She practically vibrates with excitement next to you.
Thank you for helping your planet make such a good first impression on me.
You're not sure what she means, but at least you seem to have fun. Oh, we're so damp and moist
Yeah.
after hanging out with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That, like,
A
wet
man
cave.
wearing yeah. Oh yeah, that makes sense. A man wearing vibrant multicolored robes and a large pack approaches your home. He's heard of rumors of a beautiful fungal woman has come to paint you. He asks if you will give him the honor of being the first to put your beauty on the canvas. Hmm.
Convince the artist to teach you instead. Refuse. You're not so vain as to want art made of you. Or accept the artist's requests and allow him to paint you.
What are you thinking?
I mean, I don't necessarily feel like I want to turn it down. And speaking from
Yeah.
personal experience, I feel like learning how to do art is cool, but also having somebody else draw art of you is also very cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like when somebody like wants to draw you, you've got to take the chance on that, right?
Yeah. Let's do it. 8
Okay,
pass.
good. After a few hours of modeling for the man, he finishes his work and turns the canvas to show you. You have been painted sitting on the fallen tree next to a road. You seem at home, just watching both people and carriages pass you by. Your vibrant color stands out from the forest's edge that stretches out behind you. You later receive a letter telling you that the painting was sold to a rich logger.
Oh, some rich logger just like has a painting of our daughter
It
like
just has
sitting
his like
forlornly on a log.
yeah, it's just like his mushroom babe pin up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Game
He
trait
just like looks at
model,
her like every day before he
reputable.
goes. Oh, he just like looks at her like every day before he goes to work, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna cut down some trees for her. I'm gonna do it for her."
Yeah.
For a model, huh?
Posed for an artist and found that it suits you. You
Yeah,
have
I'm glad that.
You've consistently been a good person, so that counted as a good person action to do.
Yeah, getting art made of you makes you a good person. I think this is actually true.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, you've gotta commission artists. It's good for your soul.
Yeah, he hung it up
The
dignified in
winter
the hall
winds.
like Beatrice.
Oh yeah. The winter winds cut through you with the latent memories of a childhood long abandoned.
Nice little snow particles here.
Yeah, you stand now, raised at the foot of the great mountain, resolute. It is not a matter of personal pride, but intrinsic necessity, born into life and born of the earth. To lay idle at the footbed of Mother Nature's playground is to fester in stagnation. At least, this is what you tell yourself. I do kind of like how it's coming full circle of our like very like sanguine little mushroom girl is like setting out to like prove herself physically.
Yeah.
Yeah, with your gear packed, you gaze high above at the towering monument. Competition is to take place, a festival of tenacity against indomitable might. Straps dig in, but you shift your weight and readjust. For you, a plume of smoke floats leisurely out the chimney of a cabin built at the mountain's base camp. The warmth of spices cuts through the frigid air as it blows on the wind. With earnest ambition, you approach the cabin door, pick the snow off from underfoot, and meander your way inside. With your surprise, it's rather crowded. Murmurings of untrodden paths and terrifying obstacles echo through the building.
I wonder if it's like some kind of like tavern at the base of the big mountain or something.
Yeah. I'm not sure. In the corner. Yeah, it sounds like it. In the corner, the elderly proprietor stares forlornly at the babbling group in the room's center. While you have the supplies and verve to carry forward up the mountain, you sense that perhaps sticking around the base camp for a time could prove valuable. Yeah,
Assembly.
actually, it really kind of is. I feel like even with like the phases of life here, where it feels like we're kind of like gearing up for what might be like the final trial of this mushroom.
Yeah, it's interesting. I haven't actually
Yeah, I
played
highly
Golden
recommend
Treasure, but
Golden
I've
Treasure to anyone in chat.
yeah, I've watched Hollowbell play a little bit of it, and I've heard a lot of talk about it. So I definitely want to check it out sometime myself.
Yeah, I just got I just got like the final hidden ending. It's not like that hidden, but you have to unlock
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of like the
Last
big
week,
kind
and
of last thing in the game. It sounds like.
yeah, yeah, you kind of have to see like everything in the game before you can get it, and it really moved me. It was really beautiful. I mean, so much of that game is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm curious about this game, like if it has something like that that you work towards, or if it's more just like,
Yeah, that would
individual
be.
endings.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So our choices here are we can ascend the mountain, proposition the group for teamwork, or lurk around and keep to yourself.
I mean, I feel like we came here to climb a mountain.
I think we came here to climb the mountain. We're pretty robust.
Yeah, yeah.
To fail.
No. Seizing the opportunity of your own momentum, you skip past the hut and continue your way up the mountain. Though the hike quickly proves difficult for you, the air is thin, the climate is far too cold for you to handle. Taking a moment to breathe, you scope out the perils yet to come. You force yourself to sober up and face the truth. This mountain is far too formidable for the likes of you. But as you turn to leave, you think, perhaps in ways of your very own, you too are formidable. One doesn't need the robustness of stone to carry the resilience of a mountain. Or at least, that's what you tell yourself, not wanting to be bested by a particularly large pile of rocks. As you grow older, you look back over your life. You think back to the witch who created you and can't help but wonder if everything met her expectations. In the end, you are proud of the mushroom woman you have grown yourself to be. Yeah, I guess I wasn't really counting it when I was talking about like my raising sim experience at the beginning of the stream, but I guess Golden Treasure does have some aspects of that too.
Interesting.
Ending after all this time. Well done on the daughter well raised. So well done, in fact. I think you were deserving of a reward. I can't offer much, but perhaps you would like some spores. There are many uses for these spores. For those that know where to spend them, visit my hut when you are ready to learn more. Oh, interesting. For now, let's remember the child.
Let's remember the child. First things first, let's measure what her life was worth. New color bonuses. So blood and verdigris, 50 spores to 100 spores.
All she is a spore count and nothing else.
Yeah. Stat bonuses.
Okay.
So your stats give you more spores as well. Your unused cards and tokens.
We had, like, cards and tokens we maybe could have used. I'm not really sure how those would have come in.
I don't really know how the cards
I don't
and
think
tokens.
she died Kungo. Because it like jumped forward in time and she was like, oh, you sit back and like think, well,
Yeah, it's kind of like it. Yeah. It's not super clear. Like the sort of narrator text was saying like you feel satisfied with your life that you had, but then it kind of cuts to the witch's hut and she's saying like, are you happy with what you got, and then gives you more spores. So it kind of seems like the final scene might have been with the what was their name, the mushroom mother, the recluse. But I'm not sure. It would be cool if the mushroom girls were just like regenerating themselves though.
Yeah.
So
we get bonus for like this being our first of this kind.
Yeah, and we get pretty spores.
Oh,
So, new colors,
daughter
daughter
bonus.
bonus, new ending, new mushroom type.
I
Great.
love the daughter bonus.
Daughter
More
bonus.
games should have daughter bonuses.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that's our
Yeah.
first run. So now there's an option of
Oh, the
Witch
witch
Hut,
hut.
and then there is the Almanac. Let's look at the Witch Hut really quick.
Yeah, let's see what that's about.
Growing a daughter is so
Having a daughter
rewarding,
is so
isn't it?
rewarding, isn't
You can keep going.
you can go ahead.
Okay. You get love,
Sure.
obviously. Sorry, I think we're a little mixed up here. I'll go. To see her
Yeah.
grow, most importantly, you also get spores. It can be said that spores keep the cycle of life flowing. They are gifted after a daughter is fully formed and spent to help ensure the success of future daughters. But I'm sure you'll find plenty of things to use your hard-earned winnings on. More impressive lives generate more substantial spore counts, so try to do your best as your parent, for her and for you. You'll find my hut has many amenities. You may spend your spores at the summoning circle, or you may improve your base conditions at the garden. I'll explain further when we next speak. Oh, interesting menu
Okay.
here. So you've got garden, cabinet, and
Yeah.
summon. I think
Summon.
I'm curious about summon. Summoning circle's a little project of mine, you could say. I filled it with treats of all kinds. Gardening supplies, colors you've never imagined, even a piece of music or two.
Oh,
Really, there's too much to mention. Why don't
so
you just give it a try? Your first taste is free.
it's the witch gotcha.
I guess. We've got 302
Yeah, we're doing a 10
spores.
poll.
Number
Is
13.
this
A note. I think the recluse wrote this.
oh,
Just a little
these are
drawing.
cute.
Yeah. Do another poll.
Yeah. Beans.
Feels as though things have a new texture. Oh, so is this just like background?
Maybe?
Oh yeah, it's like
Oh, I
menu
guess so,
background
yeah.
stuff. Interesting. All right, I'll use the beans. Why not?
Sure. I wonder what else we can do with these fours. I don't think we have enough to pull again.
Yeah, the cabinet, items and curios. My goodness, different
Wow,
kinds
there's
of
so much here.
spores. Yeah, there's a lot of items. So you've only gotten 2 of the garden items out of 106. No curios yet. I don't know what those are at all. Yeah, it looks
me
like these are just
neither.
kind of like things that you've seen in your run.
Yeah. What's the garden?
It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Doesn't that crispness on the air make you feel like part of this world? Embrace that feeling and tend this patch of earth to your preference. When raising a daughter, the time passes so quick. You will find this garden to be a bit more evergreen. Spores will spread over time, growing stronger, evolving. Be sure to check in often. You'll find the rest of this world reflects this place. The rest of this world reflects what is here in this plot of land. Different plots may yield unexpected results in your everyday life. Just be sure to deal with any weeds that may crop up, or the girl may suffer unduly.
You wouldn't want the girl to suffer unduly.
No, we gotta take care of those weeds, I think. You already have some basic supplies to get started. Spores filled with potential gardening equipment. That should help with the debris at least. Okay. So there's a stump and a stone in here. Your next... Oh, so this influences your next daughter's stats, maybe?
Interesting. What if...
Dig up the stump. We've got pretty
We can plant
spores.
some pretty spores. Oh, neat. And she can include a stats from that.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Daughter
Okay,
will
more
likely
mycelium.
be bright. Oh. Interesting. She will likely be bright. Do we want to...
she's got the prettiest spores.
Yeah. Do we want to start another game, or do we want to call it there for today? What are you feeling?
I mean, I'm not sure if we'll want to like finish a new game, but I'd certainly be up for starting a new game.
Okay, we'll do that
What
then.
are you feeling?
Let's start over with this little gardening thing. And we don't have to like completely read over everything that we've already seen, I suppose.
Yeah, let's see if this is like the same narration. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. For those that weren't here the first time, the Mushroom Daughter's parent is referred to as the Recluse. They live in the woods. They desire a relationship, but not like a partner relationship, more of like a parental relationship. They meet with a witch who asks them to complete some trials in order to receive a daughter.
Smiley face.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
starting from the trials, I guess we can pay a little more attention here. So it seems different this time, actually, I think.
Oh, yeah, we didn't start with a jar of soil last time, did we?
No. All right. This
Yeah,
time.
okay, well. It is important for a young person to be well grounded in this world, I hear. Bring me a jar of soil to help with this process. Keep in mind that not all dirt is the same, though. Consider the source carefully.
Soil? That did sound somewhat magical, the recluse supposed. Left with this vague prompt, they considered their options. A quiet graveyard. A barren spot of the forest long since struck by some invisible ailment.
Oh no.
The most picturesque section of the forest you have ever set eyes upon.
What are your thoughts here?
So the first two kind of spook me a little bit, but then there's a part of me that also feels like our last daughter we kind of like built with like the sort of beautiful nature.
Yeah, the
start.
kind of just like hee hee yay.
Yeah, so I'm sort of wondering if maybe we might want to take one of the first two.
Yeah, I kind of like the second one. I just really like the picture of like the mushroom with like the stars radiating out of it.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, like the dirt is not suitable for like growing forest plant life, so maybe it'll be better for a mushroom.
Maybe.
I don't know. Many of the local villagers avoided this section of the forest, a place that was so utterly devoid of life. However, the recluse had no fear, and they knew that by choosing this spot, their daughter wouldn't either. Oh, so we're giving her sort of like a fearlessness.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Arriving back at their meeting place, the recluse was excited to share their selection with the witch.
So, that's what you picked, eh? Very well. It shall do.
Feeling the need to scrub their skin, the recluse retired to their hut to cleanse themselves. Second day, the recluse slept more soundly than the night they had in ages. Having a purpose again soothed them, even if they had found themselves caught up with the witch. They elected not to think about that, though. Instead, when the morning came, they simply did what they had to do, which is to say they met up with the witch again. Upon watching the recluse's approach, a sardonic smile lit the witch's face.
You completed your first task admirably. 2 more, and I can finally give you what you want.
She paused only for a moment before delivering her next message of import.
Growth struggles to be achieved without presence. Offer me that which embodies the emotion you would provide for your daughter.
The recluse pondered for a moment, thinking of what they had to offer. Prized gem fragment, a deteriorating book of poetry, an unsettlingly misshapen sack. I'm kind of into the gem fragment personally, but what are you thinking?
Sure, I'm good with that. I kind of like how like ominous that picture with it was of like the like single eye with like being held by the hands with like the spiral coming out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of makes me wonder like what the deal with this gem is.
Me too. Perhaps it said it had some kind of mystical power or something.
Yeah. Is it cursed?
I wonder. there was anything worth showcasing the sheer wonder the recluse would have for their daughter, it was a small glittering fragment they kept secret. Like a brilliant emerald, it glimmered unlike anything else the recluse had ever seen, but even they understood that beneath its surface coursed something ethereal. Returning to the witch, the recluse held out their offering. But the witch holds up her hand in protest.
It is a beautiful thing to offer such passion. Merely the intent alone shall suffice.
Feeling a tender hollowness, the recluse declined to answer. With 2 assignments complete, the recluse could feel their excitement grow. If this witch was being honest, and for some reason they felt that she was, then that meant this could be the last night they spent without a child. They hoped so, at least. That was all they could do. Barely remembering to get dressed, the recluse dashed to the meeting spot. Again, the witch had been waiting for them there.
Welcome back, recluse. Are you prepared? Today is your big day, is it not? The last task was an easy one, or at least I believe so. Bring me something colorful and bright that you think will suit her.
When they were first told of the 3 tasks, the recluse had imagined things would be much more difficult. This seemed so easy as to be a trick, which they suppose only meant they should take it seriously, as if a mistake could mean death. With death in mind, the recluse decided to search for a color. So this is the same as before. We got that field of flowers and the stony river. Maybe we go river this time?
I kind of want to go for the river this time and see what it'll give us. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Though underwater wasn't the first place most people thought of for color, the recluse understood there were many shades that people failed to consider.
Oh, we're going into the river.
Yeah, I guess so. He arrived at a nearby river, glancing into the glassy water to spy a variety of small, shining stones. Slate, a simple yet sturdy gray stone. Jasper, nature's deep brown canvas. Brimstone, a yellowed alchemical wonder. Marble, the pale proprietor of possibility. Obsidian, dark glassy ghosts of ancient fires.
The tongue twister here.
A little bit, yeah. What are you thinking? I kind of like the obsidian.
I mean, okay, I'd be down for the obsidian. I was also gonna say, well, you are the alchemist here, so
that is the other one I was considering. So yeah, maybe that one. Okay, let's do it. For some reason, the recluse seemed intrigued by the lump of sulfur in the water. Some claimed there'd be magical properties in the rock, but as they brought it back to the witch, they just felt it looked neat. The recluse turned to the witch's hut, colored item in hand. She silently took the object, nodding her head to the recluse in recognition. The recluse stood there for a moment unsure, before finally the witch realized what they expected.
Oh, you want your promised daughter, don't you?
Voice was almost mocking, but at least it was not overtly cruel.
I suppose I must tell you that I lied, human. I do require several more trifling things from you. First is the matter of payment.
Recluse should have known that everything is for a cost. So we've got wealth, life, pay sometime soon in larger quantities, pay at a much later date in the way I choose. Last time we paid with life.
Yeah, I mean, we could go with wealth as kind of just the opposite side of like the simple easy ones. I'm also like,
I'm kind of curious about one of the other like later two.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what the like, oh, some unknown time in the future she'll take something horrible.
Yeah, I'm kind of into that.
Yeah, let's see.
All right. The recluse told the witch they couldn't repay her, not anytime soon.
That is fine, of course. I will collect payment eventually.
With the payment settled, the witch simply smiled and handed the recluse a small pot.
Humans are tricky, but mushrooms are much more resilient. Consider this an upgrade. Don't worry, eventually she will develop a mind. Simply give her time, as much as she needs. Soon, your wish will be in full bloom. I suppose with all that settled, though, there is one last thing for you to consider. A young girl needs a proper name. Oh, we need to name her
Yeah.
again. The hardest part of this game.
For sure. What can we name her this time? First daughter was Celia.
Yeah, think. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a struggle to come up with like a mushroom themed name for like every single one of these daughters.
Yeah, for
I just
sure.
want to go to like other names instead. Yeah.
Okay. You have any good general names you'd like to use for this one?
Let's do about Violet.
Violet? Okay. Actually, I want to change something really quick. I want to go back to just like
Get rid of the red.
Yeah,
Yeah,
neutral
just, like-
colors. Reset. Yes, this is the recommended setting. So this is the yellow
Okay.
that we would have gotten for our mushroom girl, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Then she walked away, only fate knowing if the two should ever meet again. Cultivation again. The recluse was unsure of the specifics. They did realize it was important to heed her instructions. Care for the bot and the dirt, everything that lay within. The recluse geared up as any parent should and assessed the things they needed to raise the child. This is a lot of just kind of going over the basics of the stats of this part. Okay. Flock of hungry birds have been harassing both your crops and your daughter recently. In fact, they've become quite the nuisance. Ignore the birds, purchase some poison, and forcibly evict the foul sky rats.
The sky rats.
Fetch your bow and hunt the birds. Jesus.
I mean, that could like deal with them and also maybe get some food for our daughter.
I guess so. Yeah, we'll take that. You retrieve your bow, and you're
Yeah.
lucky to leave with not one, but 2 birds from the flock. They shouldn't show up for a
Wow,
while.
so much nutrients.
You and your daughter may rest. Nothing more could be done to the birds. The matter was laid to rest. Harsh weather has taken its toll on the garden. Your entire harvest has been lost again. So we can start over or just accept the loss. You can make do. That's some stamina.
I think we can kill it.
All right. It's about the same as
So many
before.
nutrients. It's funny, I keep looking at like our stats here and being like, oh wow, our stats are in such good shape, so much better than last time, and then realizing like, oh yeah, there's still unknown payment yet to come.
True, yeah.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah, she's cute like
She's
this.
almost got kind of like a little eggshell on the bottom.
Yeah, she looks like she just hatched out of her egg this morning.
Yeah, her little mushroom egg.
Get a closer look at this. Oh yeah, she's awesome. Mushroom creature.
Oh no, wait, she's indebted. Is the witch gonna take something from her?
Uh-oh.
Maybe we...
Eventually the witch will come for you. Wait, I didn't think that's what it was.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have picked this.
Oh boy.
Poor little Violet.
She's now hopping around the home with determination. The creature jumps about with ease, with clear intent now visible on her new face. Her demeanor seems active and brazen, oftenly finding herself engaged in troublesome play. Encourage her boldness, spend time nurturing her environment, motivate her to do something safer. I'm kind of feeling nurturing her environment. Like, I don't want to discourage her from being bold and brash, but like maybe if we can make the environment like withstand the way that she likes to play a little better.
Yeah, her environment just needs enrichment.
Yeah. You decide that now is the best time to promote her growth and spend extra effort improving her living conditions. Your daughter seems to appreciate the attention and emotes cheerfully. The decision being made, life continued. Hell yeah, she loves it. One evening you hear a light knocking at your door, quite a rare occurrence. Peeking through the window, you witness none other than the Witch of the Wood standing on the doorstep of your humble hut. Could she be here for a visit or to settle a debt? Invite her to introduce to your daughter. privately request a stipend. I don't think we can
You're
ask for
like
a
already in
stipend.
debt.
Yeah, I think we have
Yeah,
to just
I'm
introduce.
yeah, I'm nervous about it, but I think we have to.
Perhaps it was time for your daughter to meet the witch. She could maybe learn a thing or two. Two of you enter the door, invite the gloomy woman inside for dry and awkward small talk. Something about the way the two absently stare at each other. You wonder if they made some sort of connection today. Alright, about the same as before then.
Yeah.
Another unexpected knock at the door.
Oh, is this the guy again?
Yeah, it's the guy
Yeah.
again. So ready to get back to business. We can.
Well, we've got money to pay him off this time if we want.
Yeah, we haven't spent our money.
Yeah.
I feel like we probably don't want to get back into this business, so let's try paying him
Yeah,
off.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
You've known this man long enough to understand what he truly desires, money. Perhaps if you offered him some, he would agree to leave you alone. When you explain this line of thought out loud, his eyes sparkle.
Well, you've always known me so well.
You quickly gather an amount of gold that you hope will satisfy him in a pouch, then place the pouch in his hand.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
As he leaves, you tell him to never return. 5 finances down.
Oh no, he took like more than I thought. I was thinking like 4 maybe. Hey, she's evolving.
Child? Oh, she looks so like gloomy.
Oh, yeah, and like her like skirt is so like fluffy.
Her skirt is really, really cute.
Yeah, her hair is fluffy too.
I love that her like eyes are covered by her bangs. It's super cute.
Yeah. Like great art of like all the little mushroom children.
Yeah, absolutely. One morning, you notice that your daughter is nowhere to be seen. After an hour of searching the nearby forest, you find her standing perfectly in a dense stand of trees. You're surprised.
She's going to become a tree.
She wants to become a tree. Watching her surroundings, we can watch her quietly. We can buy her a nice gift to celebrate. We can tell her it's time to go home. We have a little bit of finances. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you know what? Let's buy her a gift.
Right.
She's kind of gloomy. She could use a little treat.
Today feels like a momentous achievement, so you tell your daughter you're going to the village to buy her a present. She grabs onto your sleeve excitedly. The two of you head back to prepare for a trip into town. Your daughter enjoys the outing and lovingly carries a small birdcage she picked out at the market. Decision being made, life continued. I do not like our question mark finances.
Yeah, are we in debt?
You've been irresponsible with your funds. One more necessary expense and you won't have enough food to survive. You loathe to interact with others, but you may have to find some work in town. Suck it up and get to work.
Our daughter by capitalism.
You'd rather die poor than get a job, and you just might. I think we probably have to get a job for at least a little while.
Yeah, I hope we don't neglect our daughter too much.
You swallow your pride and head to the village to do manual labor. Demeaning work, but the fruits of your labor will ensure you and your daughter will survive to another day. So we got up to 5 finances. She only lost a little bit of nutrients.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Like, so long as she doesn't like feel neglected from it or anything.
Yeah. You realize you finished all your work for the week and have a whole day free. We got to spend time with her in some way, is what I would say.
Let's not go to the bar this time.
So hike, important lessons, take your daughter to see the Witch of the Woods, or spend some time cleaning up. So I'm thinking either, I don't know, any of the first 3 sounded nice to me.
Yeah, maybe like if we take her to the witch and like get on her good side, she won't like take anything too horrible from us when the time comes for our debt.
Yeah, maybe
Question mark, fingers crossed, please.
You take your daughter to visit the witch once again, so she might learn a little more from her. The witch is happy to see you both and spends a pleasant evening with the two of you. It seems like she's developed quite a fondness for the little mushroom girl. Maybe the witch could consider you both of you like family. The decision being made, life
family.
continues. Please don't
extract too horrible with that.
Yeah, and end. One night you find yourself struggling to sleep. Your mind wanders as you consider your current place in life. You've lived peacefully with your daughter for many moons. Initially it was strange. Well, it never stopped being strange. But you're always thankful for the company. Besides, the affection you felt for her was like any parent would feel towards their child. That was normal, at least. Your thoughts turned toward the concept of time, particularly how you were once alone, how you were afraid that you will be again someday. Your daughter has had more and more curiosities about the outside world. It's only a matter of time before she wants to strike her own path. You hope you'll be fulfilled now. You hope you've done enough. Ultimately, you find comfort in what you've done. You may have had many failures in your life, but there's one thing you know you can die proud of. Gain trait slime form.
A slime.
Delicate hue mimicry. And a new beginning.
I can't wait to see her.
Yeah, you want to take over here?
Sure. Telling the recluse that you wanted to see more of the world wasn't an easy conversation. Okay, at least this time she's not like running away. We did a little better.
Yeah.
As they grew older, you worried about leaving them on their own. Thankfully, your concerns were unwarranted. They were happy that you had grown enough to want to move out. They even offered to help you build your own home, close to theirs. You're welcome to visit anytime, obviously. Faster than you would have anticipated, if you built your home together. They showed you all of the tricks they knew, and made sure to impart as much knowledge as they possibly could. Finally, the day arrived. You were officially on your own. You were scared, a little, but also excited. It felt like a new chapter was just beginning for you.
Loving parent.
Oh, loving parent.
Oh, this girl is awesome.
Oh, yeah, she really is a slime.
She's really slimy. Holy shit.
Yeah, I love like her little like grin and like holding her like hand up to her chin.
Yeah.
Like she was so like shy and gloomy looking as a kid, but she's kind of got like a devious little trickster vibe going now.
Yeah, I really like the way that these like little bits of shine on her sort of look like a belt with like buckles or something on it.
Yeah, she's kind of got like a stylish outfit going here.
Yeah, awesome.
Despite some initial uncertainty, you find that your new home may even be nicer than the recluse's shack. Oh my god, we have so much humanity.
Whoa,
what
yeah.
The hell? We have like humanity and nothing else.
Jeez.
Your first days living outside of your parents' home are occasionally daunting, but also filled with possibility. What would you like to do? Can we like check our slime info sheet? Or maybe we have to do this first?
See. Main? Oh wait, no. Okay.
Oh no. I think we might just have to pick something here.
Okay. Give it another save. Where should we go? So we have a lot of humanity and even everything else with 20. I'm sort of leaning like woods or home because we just didn't do those ones before.
Yeah, that's honestly kind of curious like what home is.
Yeah, and I guess it makes sense, like, you know, your first couple days out, like, you might want to just get acquainted with, like, your new space or whatever.
Yeah, we just built this house. Also, now can you check our like, slime's info? Or mushroom's info?
Okay. Slime form says, your body's made of something slick and magical. You can feel it to your core. Delicate hue is one we had before. People are more likely to love you.
Okay.
Mimicry, you are extremely prone to suggestion. Something essential to yourself has been irrevocably changed. Oh my goodness.
Interesting.
Shy. As an expert at avoidance, you can always successfully hide from others. Okay, interesting.
Okay, so we still got a little bit of that sense that we had as a child.
Yeah, okay. What else do we have in here? So we've got these cards and tokens. Yeah. So I guess the nopes are cards.
Yeah, and we just never used any.
Okay.
What are the tokens?
Stack these on the corners of some specific cards to bend the odds in your favor. Use them wisely or not. Okay, so maybe I need to keep an eye out for these, and I was just missing them before.
Yeah, like maybe we could have used that to like climb the mountain better last time, but oh well.
Yeah. And these are young adult and relative obscurity again. We've got a mystic bond. We've got a mystic connection, so it's a deeper connection with the witch. The recluse will always live in your heart and for the time being next door.
Interesting. So our debt seems to have disappeared. Like, are we free of it? Did that just never happen?
I don't know.
Maybe the witch did love us so much that it's fine.
Maybe they just, maybe the witch just forgave the debt because we're like family now.
Yeah, look at how high our humanity is. She loves us.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, let me just get some water real quick before I read this.
Sure.
Okay. One day, while at home, you were surprised to hear a knock at your door. Typically, you don't receive many guests, so this is quite unusual. The stranger has a pack loaded with strange wooden objects. Musical instruments?
Good evening, madam. I know this may sound unusual, but I'm a wandering musician, and my main goal in life is to share music with others. May I play a song for you? Let's hear it? Or, I detest music. Nope.
Screw music. I mean, yeah, let's hear it.
Have you been out east? Out beyond the mountain ridges, beyond the eastern ruins? No? It's a desolate, unforgiving land, but a beauteous one at that. Pockmarked by war fatigue, it lives on beyond its own history, reclaiming itself through nature. There's truly no majesty alike, and it is with that brief adventure of mine in mind that I present to you Sagebrush Steppe. Which is also, I guess, the name of the track that's playing up here now.
Oh, okay. Having listened to the song, you applaud the musician and thank them for playing for you. Seemingly satisfied, the musician gives a slight bow before turning on their heel and taking off, presumably onto their next adventure.
Yeah, so it seems like this bard is like maybe a random event that you can get to like unlock more music in these sections.
Oh yeah, neat. While tending to your home, you begin to feel an otherworldly pull toward the forest. Oh, relatable. You can't resist, and moments later, you find yourself surrounded by trees and standing in front of a mushroom-covered hut. Oh, I see. Is this our debt, maybe?
Maybe.
Deep within you know the witch that made you resides here.
Force yourself to turn tail around and quickly run home. Enter the hut with the hope of learning some magic. Enter the hut cautiously and treat her as a stranger. Enter the hut and greet the witch as her daughter. Maybe playing up the family angle might be nice. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Or
oh, I see. It looked like there were some spots at the bottom where we could have put wealth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I missed it again.
You enter and find the witch sitting in a large flat mushroom, looking over a hefty tome. Greeting her warmly, she looks up and welcomes you into her home.
Hello, Hiralaha.
Welcome, She asks about your life, and you tell her the things you've been through. See, it's like you've always known each other. She treats you kindly. Aww. Where you go, the two of you hug, and she chants in some old language, blessing you.
So we got some mycelium and humanity. Gain trait mother.
Gain trait mother. Girls love to gain trait mother.
Mother. You've made a realization.
Yeah.
Perhaps the witch could bear another title.
Oh.
That's great.
While walking down a heavily wooded path, you notice a disheveled woman slumped mournfully against the base of a tree. Yeah, I feel like this run is like already a success. We got a mom, and that's like the most important thing. She bears numerous scratches and light wounds, as well as peculiarly cold black lips. Their clothes are torn and dirty, but despite this, you can tell they were once quite expensive. Curiosity piqued, you approach the woman, asking if she needs help with something. The woman grimaces, shaking her head.
Nothing can be done for me. I've been sentenced to death.
As she speaks, you notice her tongue is stained, as if she had been licking ink. You can't help but feel intrigued, so you insist. What does she mean?
Oops, I missed it. A few weeks ago, I was walking through these
Mhm.
woods when I witnessed the most beautiful woman I had ever known, picking flowers alone. Oh god. I am ashamed to say I was so taken by her stunning looks that I followed the woman, aiming to at least ask her name. I discovered far too late, however, that it was no woman, but the Witch
Oh
of the
no,
Woods herself. But that's still a woman, maybe. I don't
we're
know.
already fighting about. Yeah, we're already finding out about mom's romantic drama. Your eyes widen. Few humans would even speak of the witch. To follow her into the forest is regarded as well. That sentence.
I know not if it was a punishment or fulfillment of my unspoken request, but upon my approach, she twisted around and met me with a terrifyingly intense kiss. When I came around again, I bore a terrible curse.
She visibly trembles, holding up the tattered ends of her elegant dress.
Mom gave this person a cursed kiss. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Solid cobbles seem to shift under my feet, and steady tools writhe like snakes in my grasp, conspiring to be dropped. You saying something?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
I've been doomed to fail at all things. I've lost my work, my coin, cannot even prepare food or forage without injuring myself. It has reached the point where I can do nothing but sit here and await.
I agree, Nico. The horrible curse of getting really nervous and shaky, thinking about when that witch smooched me.
I can't stop
What an
thinking
awful
about
curse. She trails off, pursing her blackened lips. Again, the doomed lady falls against the tree. Staring blankly, it's apparent that she has utterly lost her will to go on.
The doomed lady.
A cursed kiss from the Witch of the Woods. How unexpected.
Ask her to give the curse to you with a kiss. Decline to interfere in the witch's business. Tell her to pursue a romance with the witch.
Oh,
you should date my mom.
We can set her up with mom. I kind of want to play matchmaker here.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah. The lady is clearly missing the most important part here. The witch is totally into her. You tell her that the curse is a mark of affection, a black rose bequeathed to her beloved. The ways in which witches court is beyond our understanding and might even seem painful at times.
Awesome.
She considers for a moment, her face reddening.
You really think she loves me that much?
You nod enthusiastically. Who is more qualified to make guesses at the witch's intentions than you?
Good evening, Kara.
Welcome. You picked a great time to join. With renewed resolve, the woman gathers the last of her things and departs into the woods.
This is so good.
Yeah. As she disappears between the trees, clutching a bright red rose in her hands, she resembles a sacrifice being made to the woods.
Oh my god.
You do hope the treats her kindly after all. Oh, sending a sacrificial victim off to mom.
Yeah. Gained a little bit of mycelium and potency for that one.
Yeah. You feel the crisp breeze. The heat is relenting. Trees are changing in color.
Start of autumn again.
Fall has arrived.
What would you do today?
I mean,
we can visit the recluse
woods?
now
We haven't
as
done
well.
that yet. Oh, maybe we should do that, to be honest, because they might not be around forever.
Yeah.
If only they would take a day to visit a witch. I would do that one. I want to see mom.
Yeah. Okay, we'll visit the recluse. This will take a full day.
Yeah, we can see our other mom.
Yeah.
The recluse, as always, is more than happy to see you. Because they were a long parent. Two of you spent several long hours reminiscing about your childhood, as well as preparing a meal to share. Hey, remember when you bought me that birdcage and then you were like, destitute and had to go take a terrible job to not lose everything.
You had to go work in the fucking mines
In the end,
because the birdcage was too much.
yeah. In the end, you leave well fed. Maybe you'll just have to visit again tomorrow.
Boy.
While sitting outside near your garden and taking in the fresh air, you hear the call of a crow, then another, and another. You look up to find a rather large group of sleek black birds perched in the trees above you. You are eyeing your garden while others are just birding around, as birds are wont to do.
Feed the crows some spare scraps, scare them off, or just watch them for a bit. I think we're feeding them, right? Maybe we can...
So do we want...
Wealth?
So I think... Maybe just one wealth? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I can even put a second wealth. I mean, there's 2 spots, but maybe I only have 1. Oh.
I think we have 2 wealth, but let's definitely only do 1.
Yeah.
You head to your kitchen, scrounging up some nuts and bits of old bread before returning to the murder outside. Tossing the morsels to the ground, you step back to give the birds some space. A few of the braver ones eventually swoop down and start to peck at the scattered bits of food, others still watching from on high. You sit back down, spending a relaxing afternoon watching them eat. Oh, we're so human.
We're so friend of bird.
Friend of bird. Oh, yeah, I love the way the violet's turning out.
You've always been kind to birds. They've always remembered that. That's great.
She has a mom, she has birds.
Mm-hmm.
One day, without realizing it, you've stayed in the village much later than intended. The sun is fully set and darkness has enveloped all. Thankfully, you are fully capable of taking care of yourself. You know the settlement well, and the lack of sun does not change that. You decide to take a shortcut through an alley, but to your surprise, there are others there as well. In fact, there's so many people it puts you on edge. It quickly becomes apparent to you that most of the alley's denizens are going into a single door, when open, allows you to hear faint sounds of revelry and triumph from within. Oh, is there like underground fight or something? When they go to leave, many have small trinkets and seem tired from a long night of cheering.
Mind your own business? Steal from one of these easy marks. Enter the door. I kind of just want to see what's going on in there.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Oh, there's a ring.
Oh yeah, boxing. Yeah. After a while of spying, you get the impression that the people are free to enter. Your people, basically. So you figure it's safe to investigate further. As you step inside, the roar of the crowd grows in volume and clarity. It takes your eyes a second to adjust to the dim light. You move past a few tables full of merchant goods and to a large room full of people. The center of it all is an arena, topped with a fighting ring. The ring is currently in use as 2 combatants circle each other. One fighter is a man in a crude grasshopper. Oh, they're like lucha libre? One fighter is a man in a crude grasshopper mask, constructed out of dyed linen and leaves.
Awesome.
Yeah, he moves with a quick staggered step, often feinting at his opponent. His opponent, a tall figure, largely obscured by a dark cloak, enters nimbly, keeping low. You watch as the grasshopper man grabs the cloak, using it to pull his opponent around the ring. Or is he like a tokusatsu hero, maybe?
Maybe.
You find yourself drawn toward the crowd. The mood of the fight is simply intoxicating. Before you know it, you're hovering with the rest. Finally, in a thrilling conclusion, the Cape Rider managed to subdue the crude grasshopper. The tribe suplexed the masked man to the joy of the crowd. Though initially slightly concerned for the man's health, you find that both fighters have support immediately afterwards. Slowly, the crowd begins to dissipate. What a thrilling event. you go to leave, a chubby woman wearing an elaborately decorated pair of glasses stops you.
I've never seen anyone quite like you before, love. If you ever want to fight, come back here anytime. I think that we could help you to be something spectacular.
You accept the scrap of paper the woman hands you. On it is her name and where to find her.
She's getting, like, recruited into the underground fighting ring. She's not a fighter. She does not have the stats for that.
Yeah. But no robustness, no potency. Well, she gained a low potency, but still, I'd fear for her.
Me too.
After giving her a quick farewell, you dash back home with much to consider.
Much to consider.
Strolling through the nearby village one day, you pass through a rundown area you've never seen before. There doesn't seem to be very many people in the area if you're going off sound. The only thing you can hear is someone grunting? Walking around, you follow what sounds like fighting, eventually. Come before a ramshackle home sitting between two collapsed properties. In the center of the circle, where the remains of one of the houses have been cleared, you see a strange woman hitting a wooden pole with smaller wooden poles sticking out of it. She's attacking it with short, swift movements, though she was practicing for real combat. You can't help but stare at her. She's very intriguing. Her hair is short and black as the night, and only the slightest piece of ponytail can be tied back. Her physique is unlike anything you've seen before. Even though she wears a heavy suit, complete with a popped collar, you can tell she's incredibly muscular underneath. You'd hate to be on her bad side. Spotting you staring at her, she stops her routine, sizing you up with a glance.
You here to cause trouble?
Well, you can't say you've heard worse introductions before. Offering a shrug, you tell the woman that you're just walking about. The woman's expression seemingly refuses to change from a pensiveness that borders on anger.
Good.
She says, before returning to the wooden pole. There sure are some rude people, you figure. You turn to leave the rude lady behind, but as you do, you hear a soft,
Excuse me. Are you?
Looking over your shoulder, you realize a small child snuck up on you.
Are you that mushy lady from the woods?
Crouching down to eye level with the child, you smile, offering a hearty, Yep, that's me. And while you can't see them, the rude lady has stopped her routine, walking over.
Everything all right?
The lady says from behind you, nearly causing you to jump. You stand up to face them as a childish her.
Look who I found, Auntie Maz. The lady my friends are talking about.
Guiding your gaze between the two, you feel a bit too in the spotlight. You're just hoping this rude lady isn't looking to pick a fight with you.
Auntie Maz? Or I'm that popular?
I kind of like the second one. Like, I feel like Violet's kind of like a little bit of a charmer. Like, I feel like getting her thinking that she's popular might be kind of fun.
Yeah. Nope.
The child beams at you, seemingly proud of their obscure knowledge about you.
Right, Auntie Maz?
The child looks up at the lady for validation, receiving a pat on the head.
Well then.
The lady says, extending her hand in greeting.
You don't seem like trouble, unlike most of the folks that come wandering around here. Folks call me the Master. Oh, gosh dang it. The heck, where are we? Folks call me the Master, a title I seem to have earned over time. Auntie Maz is the strongest.
The child triumphantly claims.
She can beat up anybody, and she keeps me safe.
Interesting. A master in the flesh, huh? Might be worth seeing if you can learn a thing or two from them.
Ask for training. Ask to learn some special moves.
Hmm.
Special move sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I agree. I feel like Violet seems less for one of the like buckling down and like the hard daily training. Maybe let's just learn like a cool move or two.
Yeah, I think she wants something flashy.
Yeah,
Pass.
yeah. The lesson goes in depth, but you take it in stride. There's three distinct moves the master teaches you. One, Ethos of the Tortoise is a powerful defensive maneuver, capable of bolstering one's threshold against pain. Another, Ethos of the Tiger, is a powerful jab that can completely turn the tide of combat. Lastly, Ethos of the Phoenix is an internal focusing that can bring one back from the brink with greater power.
Awesome. Master's techniques.
Interesting. The Master, satisfied in your understanding of her techniques, bids you farewell at the end of the long day and hopes to see you back again soon. Over the past few days, you've developed a growing sense of unease, and one particularly gloomy evening, the feeling intensifies. You are in the dying days of autumn, and a chill in the air bites at your skin. As you look out into the nearby woods, you can feel a strange calling, an invisible force pulling you towards something. It seems you are being summoned.
The witch again?
Yeah, is this Mom? Before you decide if it's a good idea to follow, your body has already made the choice for you. You find yourself uncontrollably walking into the woods. Well, hopefully Mom won't do anything bad, right?
Right.
Sometime later, you find yourself in a dark and unfamiliar grove. You are relieved to see your summoner, none other than the Witch of the Woods. However, your relief is short-lived when you see the cold and serious look on her face as you approach.
Did I take her for this, or?
Look, uh, I can again, yeah.
Okay.
My daughter, the time has come. Though it's not yours, there's still a debt left to settle. And I always find a way to collect payment. It seems she really does intend to make you pay for your parents' debt. Oh no.
Oh gosh.
After such a long time, you can't imagine what she would require of you. It certainly won't be easy. Violet.
Ask her for a reprieve. It's not
Ask
your
her
debt
for a
after
reprieve.
all. Take care of a dangerous and unsavory matter, or fight the witch.
I I think we gotta just hope she loves us.
Ask her for a reprieve.
Oh, but that's dampness. We're so dry and undamp.
We're not very. Oh, I didn't mean to
Uh,
click that. I didn't mean to click that. Ooh.
oh shoot.
I don't know if I can go back,
Well,
but
at least we've got the master's techniques.
yeah.
Hopefully, there's one matter you were told that you can deal with for the witch in exchange for clearing your debt.
Okay, we'll try.
One of my daughters has become dangerous, she tells you. A wandering, mindless monster that has proven to be quite the annoyance. Deal with her for me, and you can consider us even. Something tells you there's a reason she won't describe the specific sort of danger this daughter possesses, but you can only accept her terms.
Boy. Okay. So we're given another
Okay.
choice of what to do.
Yeah.
So we can rest to get more robustness for sure. But the rest, I'm not sure what will happen. The recluse will give our mycelium a little boost.
I mean, I kind of don't mind resting and getting more robustness. I feel like we might be needing it in a little bit here.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah. Perhaps the best way to spend the day you decide would be resting. You rarely lay yourself right back into bed. Tomorrow you'll be more productive, or maybe you won't.
It was like 10 robustness.
Yeah, it's something. One evening, you witness a strange occurrence as you approach your home. A pair of humans are huddled in a nearby bush, watching your house intently. Eyes locked on the strange abode, they don't notice your approach. It appears they are here to spy on you. You, in turn, find a wooded spot nearby to sit and observe the pair. They don't appear to be armed, but carry large oblong packs and travel gear. Strange. After several minutes of observation, consider what to do about the humans.
Try to greet them despite your shyness, or wait for them to leave. This is a humanity, it seems.
Yeah. I'm curious to see this. Okay, take a deep breath. You can approach these humans with no trouble. You just know it. Finally, deciding they don't pose a threat, casually walk toward the hiding spot, holding out a greeting as you approach.
You did it. Communication status.
You did it. Communication status. Oh.
I wasn't
Communication
sure.
status successful. They turn to you, wide-eyed in amazement.
It really is here. She actually speaks.
One yelps. The other chimes in excitedly. They look like academics, field researchers. Still confused, you inquire what it is exactly they want from you, which leaves them at a bit of a loss.
To, see you, I suppose. We wanted to...
The second researcher interrupts.
To see the legendary mushroom creature of the witchy woods.
The two explain to you that they seek out unexplainable events concerning unknown creatures and simply look into the matter. How curious.
We really should be heading out.
One says nervously.
It's said that the witch of the woods kills any human who wanders the woods at night.
You wave them away uncertainly, considering the creatures they spoke of, yet undiscovered, unique encounters. It's strangely fascinating. With the unusual experience still occupying your thoughts, you retire for the day.
Potency?
Okay, well at least we got a bunch of potency from that. That might be helpful for an upcoming fight, if we've got one. Oh, actually, speaking of, would you mind checking into info, like what the description for the master's techniques are? I wonder if those will help us.
Let's see, where are those? Where are those?
Maybe if... Is it
this?
in that first... Oh.
Knowledge of powerful techniques courses through you. It's like an inventory item.
Oh, okay.
We've also got this trusty knife we've always had since we were a child and has always performed perfectly.
Yeah, that would be nice, Neko. Neko, I hope it's that. That
yeah.
just wants us to, like, help her wayward daughter find her way back. You have offered to kill one of your sisters to clear your debt. It's fine. I'm sure we're just gonna be friends.
We'll just talk about it.
The night sky is, as clear and beautiful as you sit on a stump atop a small hill, looking up. Something catches your eye. You notice the streak of a shooting star. Quick, make a wish.
Wish for the people of the kingdom to live peaceful lives. Wish for it to rain tomorrow. Wish to stay in good health. Wish for the star itself. Wish to grow stronger. Wish to be blessed with delicious food. Stronger could be like robustness again.
Yeah, that might be helpful.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about our low dampness. Let me check what dampness does again. How wet and slimy and also how murky your soul is.
It's funny, like you'd think it would be so wet and slimy, like look at us.
Yeah, we're quite slimy looking, but our dampness is actually pretty low.
Yeah.
I guess we'll wish to grow stronger.
What are you thinking here? Okay. The next day, it feels harder for you to get out of bed. Your muscles feel oddly sore too.
Uh-oh. Our robustness went down.
Not to make a habit of relying on stars. Oh.
Gosh, that's not good. Okay.
No. While aimlessly wandering one day, you decide that the best use of your time would be to do some scouting. It's always useful to expand your mental map of the area. The country near your home is lush, with many diverse landscapes to be found. You decide to head to the north, toward a particularly damp, dense forest. It's home to a variety of useful plants. As a child, this is where you knew to get medicinal plants from. There was danger there as well. You step into the forest, feeling a humid breeze on your fungal cheek. There's an omnipresent buzz of insects pervading the air. This section of forest feels much different, and you find that it's hard to feel at peace. Despite this, the flora and fauna is resplendent. You find yourself looking from plant to plant. Finally, you see something quite interesting.
Oh.
Oh, a beautiful large pink flower stands tall in a nearby clearing. The petals are twisted, forming a large sparkling bud that is larger than your head. A single flower is the distinction of the plant. You observe that its stalk is robust and strangely segmented. It feels a bit like a monolith. For a moment, you simply stand and stare at it. Think about this strange plant leaves you with a feeling of awe. You suspect that you might be able to sell this flower in the market for quite a pretty penny, or perhaps keep its splendor for yourself.
Pick the flower or leave
Hmm.
it? I feel like picking this thing
I mean,
feels a little like disrespectful. I don't know.
yeah, but also, like, leaving it is just a note, and that feels a little sad to, like, not engage with
Yeah.
the event at all.
Yeah, we could pick it.
But I don't know. We haven't noped yet. We certainly could. Okay. In time, if left alone, the flower will eventually die here. When you think about it, there's really no harm in taking it from these woods. It's just a little treat for Violet.
It's a treat.
Without spending too long in thought, you walk up to the plant and grab the flower by the stem. When you do, the flower opens its eye. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This, understandably, gives you quite a shock. You leap back, seeing the flower unfold in front of your own eyes. It takes you a moment of processing to understand, but finally, you make the connection. This is not a plant at all. Beast. Its eyes, large, still haloed by the petals that had initially attracted you. To be frank, it's hard to entirely understand the shape of it in motion. You understand that it has a hefty central mass, mossy green and camouflaged, and with stems and stalks. You also come to understand that this body itself is not a solid form. It splits horizontally down the middle. Inside is an array of sharp and uneven white stones. Oh, it's a mouth?
Teeth
Yeah, in another
mouth.
second. You understand these two. Teeth. Before it could make itself even more known to you, you figured it was time to do something.
Trying to fight or
Try to
flee.
fight.
Oh boy.
I wanna get out.
Let's flee.
Yeah, simply put, there was absolutely nothing worth sticking around this situation for. As soon as the impulse hits you, you take off. The
Easy
unfamiliarity
breezy.
of the terrain barely matters to you, as you let your feet guide your path. Yeah, it is kind of like a mimic.
Yeah.
Finally, as you reach the edge of the forest, you collapse as the exhilaration passes you. The thing had stopped giving pursuit ages ago, and yet you still kept running until now. Oh, poor Violet.
Yeah.
Perhaps at a certain point it became more about the excitement of the chase. Nevertheless, you are safe. You make your way home, thinking about the strange creature you had encountered. Snow begins to fall as you make your way down an unfamiliar road. The day has finally come. You to settle the matter you agreed to with the witch.
Uh-oh.
Over the past few days, you've heard a rumor that a wandering mushroom creature has been spotted looking around nearby villages.
A creature.
Yeah, a mindless daughter of the witch, overcome by the urge to destroy and consume. You've tracked her to the vicinity of a particularly remote village in the region. You get the feeling that successfully slaying the creature will be a minor miracle. Oh no.
Oh boy. Hide somewhere with a view, ask around the village, or search for tracks. Asking around the village will check
I mean,
humanity, which is pretty high.
yeah. Yeah, I think let's go for that. We've like barely used our humanity at all.
Okay.
You
Yes.
take a detour through the nearby village to consult some locals on the matter. They are understandably quite reluctant to trust you, but after some light conversation, you manage to get a few bits of useful information. In particular, a local woodsman mentions seeing her rest and points you in the direction of her lair. The information turns out to be handy. You find it the miserable creature right where you expected.
The miserable creature.
Yeah. You first notice it, the buzzing, nearly omnipresent, but clearly originating from a misshapen and corpulent form. Stinging insects fly about, crawling on just about every nearby surface. The wandering sister is a pale, lumbering corpse of a mushroom girl. Any reservations you had about destroying her vanish in the horror of the sight before you. Her cap is a mottled brown, and large crevice-like holes mar her already inhuman body, filled with intermittent clouds of insects convened at various points of her enormous form. She takes a lumbering step toward you, and finally manages to suppress your fear for a moment. Devise an approach.
Rush in, charging the creature, try to talk to her, or maintain distance.
Oh, okay.
We could talk.
We can talk to her.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotta, right?
Oh.
Call out fearfully, but are met only with, oh no. Met only with a cacophonous buzzing roar. Oh, we should have spent wealth, maybe. I forgot about that. The thing rushes toward you without a sign of recognition in its eyes, with no choice but to withdraw. Never taking your eyes off her, you retreat several meters away from the wandering sister, considering your next action carefully.
Our only option is feint and throw your
Right.
knife.
Having outgunned the worst of the swarms for a moment, you turn on your heel and dig your feet into the ground. In a smooth pivoting motion, you arc your arm into a beautiful throw, releasing your weapon with a deadly trajectory. A visceral thud resounds through the clearing, and the murmur of insects ceases unnaturally. The wandering sister falls to the ground and lies still, her blade buried in the center of her bloated abdomen. Breathing heavily, you stand over the corpse of sisters. The clouds of insects dissipate, having lost whatever it was that forming the friend so viscously.
I don't know.
Despite your countless bug bites, you have triumphed. You feel an unpleasant gloom lift, and know that you are no longer beholden to the witch.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, let's see.
Oh, we got the writhing remains.
Yeah.
You spend the rest of the evening making camp and burying your sister. You hold a private little service for yourself and the insects of the woods. Well, at least we did our best to get through to her.
We got Sororicide. Let's look at that.
Oh,
Is
that might be her family, actually.
Emily?
Can you, like, scroll down there, maybe?
No.
Maybe not.
Oh, Sororicide. Here it is. Yay!
Oh, achievements.
Achievement. You've triumphed over a monstrously powerful abomination, one of your own sisters. Ooh.
Yeah. But onto your mind starting to drift one day as you walked home, stood after the watch of Eris. And where it drifted was toward your life so far, toward old memories beginning to surface. Time spent with a recluse who raised you with love. The memories of the witch who, over time, came to know as your mother, and who came to treat you as a daughter in turn, such as, sending you off to kill your sister.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe in another life we can gain sister instead of killing sister.
Maybe so. I hope so.
Before you had realized it, you found yourself standing outside the home you once shared with a recluse, as if your body brought you there out of habit. The house was older now, aging, still familiar to you. It was odd that it was this mushroom-coated built right door. You knew it to be the house of your mother, but why was it here out in the open? Your parents perhaps grown closer than you realized. Oh,
Interesting.
as you approached the door to the recluse's home, it slowly swung open on its own. Slowly revealed to you within was a humble wooden table set for three, and the witch sitting calmly next to it. She always did seem to know when she would see you, even before you did. You were busy greeting her when the recluse came out with a feast of foraged plants. Mushroom. Wait,
Why are you
are we
feeding
doing
us
mushroom cannibalism?
mushrooms?
Are we eating one of our sisters? They took a seat, and the three of you began to eat and talk. It's a little bit twisted, but your mother spoke of her fondness for you two and her choice to move closer. Then the recluse spoke of past memories of how they had met the witch and made the most important deal of their life. As you sat there, eating and talking, you couldn't help but feel joy. While others might find this to be an odd sight, to you, this aging hermit and mysterious witch were incredibly precious. You wouldn't trade this odd little family for anything. Oh,
Family ending.
yeah.
Well, family ending except for the sororicide.
Parentheses. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
All right, what is her life worth? 300 spores because we got 3 songs.
Oh, okay.
50 for the new color.
Okay.
Big stat bonus. New ending of happy family plus love spores.
Oh, love spores.
First grown parrot wax cap, so 200 for that, and then weird spores.
Weird spores. I kind of want to put like weird spores and love spores together and see what comes out.
Yeah, because there was definitely more space to put like lots of stuff in the garden.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I guess that's that run. Wait, what is going
Yeah,
on
that was
here?
kind of for the light. Oh, maybe those are like pests or
Is-
something? I'm not sure.
Got an ad for the Gnome Depot.
Yeah, maybe we can check that out like before the next run.
Get that really quick. We got a pretty bud. So these are from the pretty seeds that I put before. We might need to buy more tools, if possible. I don't know how to get rid of the weeds and the stone.
Maybe the Gnome Depot.
Oh yeah, Gnome Depot. Oh, you're here. Welcome to Gnome Depot. We heard there's a big spore earner in the neighborhood, so we set up shop as fast as we could. The witch would have you think that's the best way to spend spores on his magical rituals, but that's just because they go right back to her. Us gnomes know the real power of spores as the best meal this side of the crust layer. I hate to see any waste on that unappreciative witch. We're real crafty, so I'm sure you could use some of our wares and services. Okay, hardware. Yard work, huge pinwheel that spins in the breeze. What that is. Paper doll, it is creepy.
Maybe like this is like enrichment for the yard? These other things?
Yeah, maybe. Let's get a lantern light.
Sure. Maybe like a shovel or two or yard work voucher to like get rid of that stone and stuff.
Yeah, I'll get a couple of those. Let's get a doll.
Sure. You could always use a doll.
What's your name? Due to Fae-related issues, we've had to anonymize everything. You can just call me Nomira if you'd like. The motto is, when you're here, you're gnome. Or was it, gnome is where the heart
Oh my
is?
god.
What's a motto again? How come all your wares are so flimsy? We had to set up so quickly, we ended up having to work with a human vendor. This is all she was willing to give us for free. Maybe she's, what's the word? Poor?
Oh god.
Never mind.
The gnomish planned obsolescence. They've got to keep you coming back to buy more stuff from them.
Yeah, buy more yard work.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Right.
got something for cleaning it out. Maybe
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
it looks like
enrichment.
they were decreasing their stats, I think.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm just gonna plant these.
Yeah. But, yeah, maybe next to each other so they can like cross
Yeah, cross
breed.
spore. I was gonna
Yeah.
say cross pollinate, but I don't know if it works that way for mushrooms.
Yeah, like yeah, cross spore. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They can touch their mycelium.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you want to call it there? It's pretty
Oh, that
late.
yeah, I think so. That seems like a pretty good stopping point.
Yeah, that's a fun little game. I like that.
Yeah, it was really cute.
Very, very
And
cute.
like I don't know, I liked with like the kind of randomized events, but like the way that they come together to kind of like chart a story over your I mean like not just like chart a story, but like encourage you to chart your own story of your little mushroom girl course of her life.
Yeah, because there was plenty of like choices that came up where like one of the options was kind of like, well, this is the theme we've been going with so far, so this feels like it would be
Yeah,
the appropriate choice here. And it was really fun to kind of like lean into the sort of like role playing aspect of like, okay, what do we think this mushroom daughter is like?
yeah. It feels like it almost kind of reminds me of that the one like Etrian Odyssey interview like everyone loves thinking about like kind of like coming up with like the stories of your characters in your head as you play. It feels like it really like encourages and supports that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's like a big thing about this sort of like raising sim because it's like, the game presents you with like the event text and the numbers, right? But like if you're just only literally following that, then it's like not a whole lot to go off of. And it's like, a couple runs, you'll have seen everything.
Yeah,
So putting your own imagination in there like really helps to make it more fun, I think.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you?
But yeah, thanks everyone who. Oh, sorry. What was that?
Oh, I was gonna ask if you are streaming anything coming up that you want to just like shout out while we're here.
Oh yeah. So on Thursday night, probably like around the same time as the stream, starting at 7 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be streaming. Oh gosh, what's the name of it? Actually, it is
There's like a couple
Toho
names.
Fantastic Danmaku Festival Part 2. It Yeah, it's a Toho fan game that's kind of like a retelling, reimagining of Toho 7 Perfect Cherry Blossom. But it's got like some really lovely art, like really fun like redesigns of characters, some absolutely gorgeous spell cards. I played it at an arcade this last kind of fell in love with it, so I'm looking forward to getting to share it on stream. Yeah, if that sounds fun, I hope that folks will tune in.
Yeah, definitely
That'll
check that
be over on
out.
my channel, twitch.tv/MerielFin.
I'll give you a little shout out here really quick for everybody that's still here.
Oh yeah,
Um,
thanks.
yeah, no worries. I'm gonna raid us over to Montanoc's channel. He is playing Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, which gives me a great opportunity to shout out G-Pool's streamer, VTuber open tournament, Street Fighter 3 tournament that's starting up. The preliminaries are tomorrow and Saturday. I am not going to be participating in those necessarily, but I'll be commentating the finals, which will be in July. So
Yeah, it's
check
been
that
fun
out.
seeing people talk about that event.
Yeah. If you like Third Strike, it seems like everybody's kind of getting into it and practicing a lot, so that should be a lot of fun to watch. There's going to be a big kind of skill range in the tournament, so if you tune into one of the streams, you might see people playing at like various different levels. So if that sounds fun to you, that'll be great. And then the the finals, the top 16 obviously will be like probably the better players, but you know, single elimination, preliminary brackets, anything could happen. Anyway, do you have anything else you want to say before we get going?
No, I don't think so. Just yeah, thanks to everyone who came out and enjoyed our.
Oh, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I had like any big shout outs or last words. Just thanks to everyone who came out and enjoyed the story of Mushroom Daughters with us.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, and we will see you next time. Let's go see how Monty's doing on Third Strike. Have a good one.
See ya.